Pacers. Penn Station East Coast Subs prepares the freshest ingredients just for you. Your entire meal from Penn Station features the quality, freshness, and perfectly seasoned flavors that you crave. All season long, when the Pacers win, bring a friend. Just text BOGO to 727-722 by 10 a.m. the morning after any Pacers win this season to receive a buy one, get one free coupon to use in-store the next day. Visit pacers.com/Penn Station for full details. It's all about good taste.
Discover a career with upward mobility. Lift Academy provides an accelerated path to a rewarding career in commercial aviation. Through the Republic Airways Career Pathway Program, you'll have a defined pathway to Republic Airways. Learn firsthand from experienced instructors, have state-of-the-art training technology at your fingertips, and earn your commercial pilot certificate in as little as 18 months. Visit flywithlift.com today. Lift Academy. Get up here.
In Oklahoma City, it's the Pacers and the Thunder, the seventh and deciding game of the 2025 NBA Finals. If the Pacers win, it will be their first NBA championship. If the Thunder win, it will be their first since relocating from Seattle to Oklahoma. They did win one back in the late 70s when they were known as the Seattle Supersonics. With Pat Boylan and Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. We welcome those of you who have joined us from around Indiana via the Elevance Health Radio Network. Our longtime affiliates in Bloomington, Indiana, WGCL 96.1. 3-point shots. With Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. We're high above courtside at Paycom Center in Oklahoma City. Pat Boylan is with us in Oklahoma tonight. He joins us for the first time. Good day, sir.
Mark, Eddie, hello. For the first time in franchise history, the Pacers are one win away from an NBA title. The Thunder are looking to win their first since the move to Oklahoma City. Both teams have won their last Game 7. For the Thunder, a dominant win 2 series ago against a recent champion in the Nuggets. The Pacers last year in another hostile environment, Madison Square Garden. Rick Carlisle has won one as a head coach before, and he had this to say, quote, "This is what you dream about. The opportunity to play in a game like this is a great honor and a great privilege." Mark.
Pacers with the early jump at 14-10. Every assist the Pacers record tonight results in a $5 donation to the Pacers Foundation from KeyBank so far. 5 field goals, 4 of them accompanied by assists. Out of the timeout, Obadiah Toppin Jr. is on for the first time. Obi will play with Nembhard, Haliburton, Turner, and Mathurin. Oklahoma City has not substituted out of the timeout. They'll bring the ball the length of the floor, and they'll play with Caruso, Gilgeous Alexander, Dort, Hartenstein, and Jalen Devon Williams. Full court pressure, Toppin, but they get it in safely to Caruso. Toppin backs off, and Caruso brings it across. Through the logo at center court. Perimeter right, straddling the arc, Hartenstein. Turner right on top of him. Hartenstein with a left hand. Shovels it to the left edge. Gilgeous Alexander heaves it to the open Caruso. His 3 from the left edge is good. He did not score at all in 22 minutes. In Game 6, his 3 here cuts the Pacer lead to 14-13. Nembhard brings it up using a Turner screen to cruise down the left side. Now it's Haliburton, who's been hot early. Driving perimeter right, got to the wing, heaved it up top. Turner has the ball, fakes the 3, blows by Hartenstein. They set up Mathurin in the corner. With 3 seconds to shoot, he passes up the 3. Now he's in big trouble, and he misses a 3 from the left edge. He had an open 3. He passed it up, took a contested 3. Oklahoma City looks for the lead. 6:06 left in the quarter. Williams falls down on top. There's a scramble for the loose ball, and the end result will be Nembhard and Williams jumping at center.
Listen, you called it absolutely correctly in that previous possession. You cannot turn down open looks against this team because it will most assuredly end in a shot clock violation or a turnover. And that time, you know, it's just he takes a contested 3 late where he had a rhythm 3-point shot in that corner.
Now James Capers Jr. is coming over to the scorer's table. They've reset the shot clock to 24, and I don't think that that's appropriate. Possession did not change hands, and they now will set it back to 12. So, in other words, if Oklahoma City wins the tip, they'll have 12 seconds to shoot. Pacers would get a full shot clock. Williams would appear to have the advantage at 6'5", but we'll see. And neither man got a clean swipe at it, but it winds up in backcourt. Oklahoma City had it. They'll do it again. Both men jumped. Neither man touched the ball.
I'm going to talk it over here. Jalen Williams took a swipe at it and missed.
And now
looks like they're discussing the clock again.
They'll leave it at 12. Josh Tiven will put it up. And this time the tap is knocked into the Oklahoma City backcourt. They've got the ball, and they've got 9 seconds to get a shot. Across the timeline, Gilgeous Alexander, hard left hand, flips it perimeter right. Caruso tees up another 3, and he's 2 of 2 from out there. 2 quick Caruso 3s. Oklahoma City's in front, 16-14. Now Haliburton on top to Turner. Left edge Nembhard, strong drive in the lane, contact, and Nembhard shoots 2.
Love the immediate attack there on the swing. Extra pass again by Turner, just immediate attack by Nembhard, and draws the foul there on Jalen Williams.
That's his first. Team fouls, 2 on the Pacers, 3 on Oklahoma City. Nembhard will take a pair. He's had a terrific playoff. During the regular season, he shot 29% from three-point range. During this 22-game playoff run, he has hit 46% of his three-point field goal attempts. Eddie, any theories on why he's been so much more effective from out there in the postseason?
I mean, it's just the mental approach that he's been able to bring into this game. I think overall he's a better shooter than what his percentage is kind of shown over throughout the season, but he has been locked in through this playoff run.
Nembhard made the foul shots. Game tied at 16. 5:27 left in the first quarter. Gilgeous Alexander on top. Caruso coming off of consecutive threes. This time drives down the left side, laid it up with the left hand way too hard. Here comes Haliburton for the Pacers. Left sideline, backing up to the edge of the arc. Gilgeous Alexander is the defender. Haliburton will deliver to the center of the floor. And Nembhard, with 10 on the shot clock, drives and kicks. Toppin out of the near corner. Up top, Haliburton falls down, turns it over, and this will lead to Gilgeous Alexander to the other end, where he sends it to Williams for a dunk. And Haliburton is face down in the Indiana offensive end. The trainer, Josh Corbeil, rushes out to take a look, and even a concerned Shai Gilgeous Alexander is checking on Haliburton. Indiana will take a timeout. 4:55 left first quarter. 18-16 Oklahoma City. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
whoa, my kid's got a serious backhand.
Can lead to an even bigger question like,
tennis campus how much?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you to help you build a savings plan for expenses big and small so your money can make money. Mike, how's that sound?
Sounds like match point.
Sounds like love.
We could serve up tennis puns all day.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
If you want a tire shop that doesn't feel like your ordinary tire shop, then you need to meet Tire Man.
Bell Tire.
Good point, Tire Man. Tire Man works at Bell Tire. He's part tire, part man, all heart.
Bell Tire.
Right, Tire Man. We repair flats for free at
Bell Tire.
And as Tire Man just said, we actually care about our customers. We're not your ordinary tire shop because we're changing tires.
Bell Tire.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership is better than ever. Save up to $1,100 each year on gas, groceries, delivery fees, and streaming options. With double fuel points, unlimited free delivery, and exclusive savings for members, there's so much to love about Boost. Sign up for a Boost membership today. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
4:55 left in the second quarter. A building that was raucous 5 minutes ago is now subdued and somber. Tyrese Haliburton went down with what appears to be a serious injury. You can tell it's serious for several reasons, Eddie Gill. Number one, right away, Josh Corbeil was out there almost before the ball was dead. Shai Gilgeous Alexander came over to take a look, and ultimately the entire Pacer bench went to the other end of the floor, circled around their fallen teammate, who is assisted off with their arms around each other's shoulders. You're watching on television, you'll see a picture of Tyrese's dad, John, in the stands. That appears to be a serious injury, and it has definitely cast a pall over the proceedings here.
I mean, there's no question about it. I mean, you know, when we watch that replay, to not speculate it, it's definitely something significant, right? The entire team's out there on the floor. You can see his reaction. You saw SGA's reaction. Getting off the floor, he put zero weight on it. His teammates helped him off. To say it's not good is a gross understatement.
Let's go to Pat.
Not a whole lot to add that you guys already haven't discussed, but Tyrese Haliburton immediately seemed to know it was bad. His face was on the floor, and he was slamming his hand down multiple times. It appeared as in a lot of pain. Unfortunately, we'll get the diagnosis here and the spot of the injury, but on first look, it does appear to be Achilles. It is the right calf that he had injured previously, and unfortunately, the Achilles has been a big problem for the Pacers this year. James Wiseman and Isaiah Jackson both suffering injuries at the beginning of the season.
Well, we'll see how this plays out. P.J. McConnell now moves center stage, replacing Haliburton. He brings the ball across the timeline, playing with Ben Shepherd, Toppin, Mathurin, and Siakam. Oklahoma City is on an 8-2 run. They lead 18-16. Shepard with the ball, shovels to McConnell. Center of the floor, bounce to the right edge. Mathurin played aggressively by Caruso. 3 seconds to shoot. McConnell gets into the lane. His fade, air ball caught. That's a 24-second violation. This is a very critical stage of the game because in addition to fighting a hostile crowd, now you have emotional issues with your teammate falling. This is a critical stretch.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You can either rally behind this and motivate you to do great things, or really be so in such a subdued moment to where you can't lock in and focus on the task at hand.
Caruso missed a 3 out of the far corner. It remains a 2-point Oklahoma City lead. Mathurin carries it to the front court, to the wing, to the baseline. Cut off by Jalen Williams. Heaves it outside. Siakam fakes the 3, drives the lane, got to the goal, laid it in, and drew the foul.
Just blows by Alex Caruso. You don't necessarily see that often. He's able to get him out the way with a shot fake and straight line drive, draw the contact, earn himself a trip to the line for an and-one opportunity.
Caruso's first, the team's fourth, and Siakam to the line looking for a 3-point play. Meanwhile, Holmgren is back in for Oklahoma City. He'll give Williams a rest. Siakam had 16 points, 13 rebounds in that Game 6 win. 4:05 to go in the quarter. Game tied at 18. Pacers led by 5 early. The Thunder's biggest lead 2. And Siakam looking for a 3-point play, but fired it off the back of the rim. Rebound controlled by Gilgeous Alexander. Game tied at 18. Oklahoma City in blue, moving it left to right. Indiana defends in yellow. McConnell is on top of Gilgeous Alexander. Forces a difficult fade from the baseline. It's rebounded by Siakam. Here comes Mathurin. Slows and waits for numbers. Holmgren has him at the edge of the arc. Mathurin drives in, left side. Holmgren forces an off-balance shot, which is rebounded by Caruso. Game tied at 18, 3.5 to go first quarter. Gilgeous Alexander drive and kick. Caruso wants a third 3. This time, though, it spins off the rim. Underneath, Kenrich Williams, who just checked into the game, grabs the offensive rebound. Payson Wallace is also on the floor for the Thunder as Gilgeous Alexander drives, gets to the dotted half, and scores from there. He's got 8. They're playing now with Kenrich Williams, Wallace, Caruso, Gilgeous Alexander, and Holmgren. 20-18, Oklahoma City. Tough drive by Toppin. He's off balance. His bank shot won't go. The Thunder with the ball, moving it left to right. Gilgeous Alexander on top against McConnell. McConnell watching him intently. Gilgeous Alexander penetrates the arc, gets to the foul line, out to Holmgren, bluffing the 3, driving to the foul line and converting. He's got 4. They're on a 12-4 run. They've taken a 4-point lead with 2:42 left in the quarter. Center of the floor, Siakam. Left edge, McConnell. McConnell back to the right side, where Shepard sends it back to McConnell's center of the floor. Now it's Siakam's ball on the foul line, and from there, he knocks down another one.
Yeah, much needed shot there from Siakam to kind of curb the blow to slow this team down, and he's got 7 points in this first quarter.
Oklahoma City 9 of 16 from the floor to start the game. They're in front by 2. 2:14 left in the quarter. Gilgeous Alexander near the logo at center court. Holding it waist high, the shot clock at 9. Driving it toward Mathurin. He's still outside the arc. Now he'll dance to his left. That got him to the wing. All over him is Mathurin, forcing a difficult shot, which is rebounded by McConnell. Pacers down 2. 2 minutes to go in the quarter. McConnell perimeter right. Being played out there by Wallace. Toppin takes it, center of the floor, gives it back to McConnell. Driving it to the left wing. 1:45 to go in the second quarter. Cross-court pass is intercepted. Caruso has the ball for Oklahoma City. He's way out near the left hash mark. We're down to 95 seconds to play in the first quarter. Oklahoma City leading in Game 7 by 2 points. Gilgeous Alexander on the logo, pitches it to the top of the circle. Kenrich Williams drives it to the foul line. Can't get the shot away against Toppin. 2 seconds to shoot. Wallace leans inside of Mathurin, banked it up way too hard. It hit the glass, not the rim. And that's a shot clock violation.
Yeah, these last 2 or 3 possessions here by the Pacers have been very good, forcing either difficult attempts or that one there, able to force the violation.
They dig a bit deeper into their bench. Aaron Wiggins is in. Jalen Williams returns. Caruso is out. So they've got Wiggins, Jalen Williams, Kenrich Williams, Holmgren, and Wallace. Pacers trail by 2, deep first quarter in Game 7. Tyrese Haliburton injured several possessions ago, and it seems all but certain that he will not return as McConnell misses a right wing pull-up. Here comes Jalen Williams up the floor to Wallace, across the lane left to right. He bounces it back out to the right edge, center of the floor, long catch and shoot. Kenrich Williams put it off the back of the rim, and on one hop, it sails out of bounds over on the far side. 56 and 8/10 seconds to play. Oklahoma City will bring it up. By the way, worth noting that during the regular season, the Pacers went 4-5 in games that Haliburton did not play. McConnell has it on the logo. 10 seconds to shoot. Edging forward against Wallace. Mathurin up to screen, peels away, takes the pass, drives in, right side, fails to convert, gets his own and lays it in.
Strong finish. Great job of sticking with it. To be able to gain an advantage on the drive, but gets the putback to go.
Game tied at 22, half a minute to go in the quarter. Center of the floor, Jalen Williams. Driving, left hand in the lane. Nicely done, finishing with a left hand.
He earned that one there. He was able to change direction with a behind-the-back dribble.
They're up by 2. The shot clock is dark. 17 seconds to play in the quarter. Wallace out near McConnell. Play is on the timeline as McConnell edges to the right sideline with 9 seconds to go. He cannot escape Wallace, and now he turned the ball over. Wallace rolls it into the forecourt. Holmgren picks it up. Holmgren drives and is fouled as he lets one go with under 2 seconds to play. He'll be on the line twice. That was predatory defense by Wallace.
Well, McConnell's up trying to run some sort of set, crosses half court, and then he starts to slowly but surely backpedal towards the half court, and Jason Wallace just slowly but surely crawled into his space and be able to force the turnover.
24-22, they lead. Holmgren shooting poorly in this series, but brilliant from the foul line. However, he misses the first one here. He had made 18 of his 19 foul shots before that. That last foul on McConnell leaves the Pacers at 14 fouls. Tony Bradley will get a chance to work. He played 6 minutes off the bench in Game 6. And he'll play with Toppin, Siakam, McConnell, and Shepard. One more foul shot for Holmgren. They lead 24-22. Pacers have led by as many as 5. Oklahoma City's largest lead has been 4. And now they lead by 3 on the second Holmgren foul shot. Less than 2 seconds to go the length of the floor. McConnell from the baseline heaves it into the forecourt. Siakam has it. He let it go, and he hit the front rim with a 3 from out beyond the right hash mark. After one in Game 7, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder 25, the Indiana Pacers 22. You're listening to Game 7 of the NBA Finals on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
You know Unleaded 88 is engine smart and earth kind, but what does that mean really? Engine smart because Unleaded 88 burns cooler and cleaner with higher octane for superior performance at a great price. Earth kind because Unleaded 88 reduces toxic compounds in your fuel and burns more completely, reducing harmful emissions. That's good for our environment and our health. Engine smart, earth kind. 4 simple words to remember when you fill up. Choose Unleaded 88.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
Experience the Midwest's newest fine dining destination, Commission Row. Our menu includes the best locally sourced steaks, chops, seafood, and raw bar offerings. Created by Pacers Sports and Entertainment in partnership with Cunningham Restaurant Group. Commission Row is located right next to Gambridge Fieldhouse. Whether for dinner on the main level or drinks in Mel's, our speakeasy bar, make Commission Row a part of your next game night. Learn more or make a reservation at commissionrow.com.
Introducing Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling, now available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, this is Pascal Siakam, and you're listening to Pacer Basketball on Elevance Health Radio Network.
Well, the start of Game 7 was going well for Indiana. The Pacers jumped out to an early 5-point lead. Tyrese Haliburton hit 3 threes in the first quarter, and then the Pacers and Haliburton dealt a likely massive blow. Haliburton went to the ground with an apparent lower right leg injury. He has not returned, and we have not received an update on his status. The Thunder lead it after one, 25-22. I'm Pat Boylan as we send it back over to Mark Boyle and Eddie Gill for the second.
Eddie, as Pat suggests, it is unlikely, realistically impossible, that Haliburton returns to this game. So the question at hand is this. You've still got a chance to win a championship. How do you overcome his absence?
It's just simply between the ears as much as possible. Just lean on each other for support and use this as a rallying opportunity. You have a choice to make here in terms of how you use this moment. As difficult as it may be, extremely difficult. I don't want to understate that at all. And it's a horrifying moment to some degree for Haliburton and the entire team, but you can definitely use this as motivation to go out and show that you have the firepower to get this done, and also understand that this is a championship at hand. You may not get to this moment again.
Oklahoma City has it to start the second. They play in blue, white numerals and letters, red, white, and yellow trim, and they start the second quarter with an unsuccessful possession, moving it left to right. A lob to the goal, and Hartenstein missed the dunk. Pacers with their first look, and Mathurin drains a 3 from the right sideline. He's got 5. The game is tied at 25. Indiana in yellow. Blue and white numerals, letters, and trim will set the lineups on the go. Jalen Williams nearly lost the ball as Oklahoma City moves it left to right. But it winds up with Hartenstein down low. He tried to go up and under right to left. Bradley knocked him down. He'll be on the line. The Pacers start the second quarter with Tony Bradley, who picked up the foul. P.J. McConnell, Ben Shepherd, Benedict Mathurin, and Pascal Siakam. For Oklahoma City, it's Aaron Wiggins, Cason Wallace, Alex Caruso, Isaiah Hartenstein, and Jalen Williams. Hartenstein on the line, a 68% foul shooter during the regular season, and he misses the first one here. Game tied at 25. Both teams have had small leads. The largest Thunder lead 4, the largest Pacer lead 5. And Hartenstein missed them both. Rebound secured by Bradley. Pacers can go in front here early in the second quarter. McConnell brings it up right of the logo at center court. Left hand on top, picks up the bounce, looks left, goes right. Mathurin back to McConnell. McConnell working his way to the left side of the floor, the shot clock at 8. Bounce pass to the left wing. Siakam on the move, got away from Wallace. He's in the lane, he's stripped and fouled. Now, you never know how a game's going to unfold, and as Siakam goes to the line, I think it is fair to say, though, Eddie, that Pascal Siakam is going to be counted on more than ever before to provide some punch.
Well, and again, the onus has to be put on his teammates out there to get him the basketball. Right? I think throughout this series, he's the one guy who has a decided advantage in any one-on-one situation. No matter who the Thunder put on him, he has an advantage if he's put in the right position. And as you see there, he was able to put his back to the basket a little bit there against Cason Wallace, and get by him and then draw the foul.
He hits the first. He's got 8 points. The Pacers are back in front, 26-25. Early second quarter, game 7. And Siakam is short with the second one, rebounded by Hartenstein. Pacers by 1. Caruso brings it across left to right. He's over near the left sideline. Siakam watching, but not aggressive. Now center of the floor, it's Hartenstein handing the ball to Williams and then setting a screen. That puts Williams against Bradley on top. He'll try a 3 as Bradley comes out late. Left it short. Rebound deflects to the perimeter, and Caruso has it. 10 seconds to shoot. Caruso, right edge, Hartenstein. Give and go. Caruso got away, took the pass, and dunked.
Ben Shepherd just loses him on a cut to the basket.
Oklahoma City in front by 1 as Bradley pitches it outside to Mathurin. Mathurin right back down low. Bradley in front, and he's on the line twice. That foul is going to go against Jalen Williams, his second.
Well, again, it starts with the ability to get the ball in the paint. Tony Bradley was able to catch it in the pick and roll situation, collapse the defense, kick it out, and then they lose him as they try to scramble and match up.
This is Indiana's 23rd postseason game, Bradley's 11th appearance. And the foul shot is good. The game is tied at 27. C&J Water, the official water treatment partner of the Indiana Pacers. Schedule your free water analysis today at cnjwater.com. Bradley will try to give the Pacers the lead. 10:21 left in the second quarter. And Bradley does give the Pacers the lead, knocking down a pair of foul shots.
Bradley has done a nice job after being reinserted into the rotation here, doing all the small things right here for this Pacers team.
28-27 Pacers, early second quarter, game 7. Wiggins lobs it to the goal. It's caught by Hartenstein, and as he tries to finish, he's fouled. They earlier lobbed in the ball, and he couldn't finish on a dunk, and this time he got similarly close to the rim and was fouled by McConnell.
And they're going to call it on the side and not a shot attempt. Hartenstein is lobbying for that.
We're going to look at the replay here. The lob to the goal.
Well, he's not doing anything but trying to take a shot.
Yep. So the Pacers caught a break there, and a driving shot by Williams off target. Rebound deflects to the perimeter. Caruso heaves up an air ball, and now a loose ball foul on Bradley. He got the rebound. Williams knocked it away, and then trying to get it back, Bradley reached in, picked up his first, his second.
Here's where the Thunder also do a really good job. They don't concede any possessions or any actions into possession. If you get the rebound, you have to make sure you secure it, chin it, as we say. Otherwise, those smaller guards are coming in there trying to swipe it out of there like that.
2 minutes gone. Second quarter. Ball will be played in. Caruso sends it to the top. Wallace has it. Left edge. It's Williams bouncing it into Hartenstein, and Hartenstein is getting free seemingly at will near the rim.
Well, it's these ball screen situations where he's rolling and he's catching it right at the rim.
That gives Oklahoma City the lead back at 29-28. Mathurin against Caruso. Out on the right edge. Now it's Siakam on the sideline, shoveling to Shepard. Shepard drives and loses the ball. It's picked up by Caruso. Into the forecourt. He sends it to the right edge of the arc. Williams there, giving it to Wallace. Wallace driving, bounced it off his own foot, and it rolled right into the hands of McConnell. 9:25 left in the half. Oklahoma City leading by 1. McConnell right edge. Picks up the dribble, looks for help. Now he'll feed it to the right sideline. Shepard has the ball. Down into the corner. It's Siakam against Wallace with 8 to shoot. Siakam backing his way in. Caruso shows a double team but doesn't come. Jump shot Siakam is short. Oklahoma City has it back, leading by 1. 3 minutes gone, second quarter. Williams left side, works his way to the edge of the arc. Now out to play him is Bradley. This is advantage Williams. He drives the lane and he's fouled. He'll go to the line twice.
That's the second time he's gotten that switch there. The first time, Tony Bradley did a great job of making him shoot a contested three-point shot. And this one, Jalen Williams able to get to the middle of the floor and draw a foul.
Pacers will make mass substitutions here as Williams goes to the line twice. They're going to tag Shepard with his first. Jalen Williams on the line, has 2 points so far. He had that big 40-point game the last time these two teams played on this floor. If you're just joining us, you may not be aware the Pacers suffered a critical blow in the first quarter when Tyrese Haliburton went down with what appeared to be a very serious injury to his lower right leg. And based on the way he was helped off, I think it's fair to say, although we haven't gotten any official word, that we will not see him again tonight, and that puts the Pacers at an extreme disadvantage on the first foul shot as Williams goes to the line for the first time. He's off target. He'll shoot one more, and now the lineup changes come into play. So it's Neesmith and Turner, Toppin, Nembhard, and Shepard. Second foul shot is good. 30-28, Oklahoma City. Nembhard brings it up, working his way in against Lou Gensdort, who checked in during the timeout. Will set their lineup when they get the ball back. 8:40 left in the second quarter. Nembhard center of the floor, directly on top. Wallace watching. Shot clock to 7. Turner screens. Nembhard can't escape. Now he'll flip it into the lane. Turner makes the catch, and Turner will shoot 2.
That's an outstanding pass by Andrew Nembhard. He's going to play the lion's share of his natural position here for the remainder of the night. It looks as though at the point guard position where he's thrived in that position. Think about last season, Tyrese Haliburton went out with the injury against the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals, and Andrew Nembhard was very good in that scenario.
Turner has had a difficult finals on the offensive end. He misses the foul shot here. He's averaging just over 11 points a game. well under his 15.5 during the regular season, and he's shooting just 37% from the floor, under 20% from three-point range.
Yeah, he's beyond due for a moment here, and no better time than now to get returned to form. He's certainly struggled here.
Missed the first, made the second. 30-29, Oklahoma City. Gilgeous Alexander on the foul line now. Spins away from Nembhard, who tripped him. That's Nembhard's first. And with 8:19 to go in the quarter, Oklahoma City will move to the sideline and play it in from there. Team fouls. Oklahoma City 3, and now that is the 5th, so that puts the Pacers in the penalty very early in the second quarter. And this is something that has been a real asset for the Thunder. When they've been able to get to the line, they're great. They're at 84% in this series. They were the best foul shooting team in the league during the regular season. And if you put them in the penalty with 8 minutes to go in a quarter, you are putting yourself at grave risk.
It could be a very long quarter if that's the case.
Let's go to Pat.
We have an update on Tyrese Haliburton. Not much other than a right lower leg injury, and he, as we expected, Mark, will not return.
Gilgeous Alexander now 4 of 4 from the line. Buries 2 here. They lead by 3, and now the Pacers throw the inbound pass away. On the turnover, Oklahoma City will go to work. Williams, perimeter right. Center of the floor, Gilgeous Alexander. They lead by 3. Long one on the way, off target. Gilgeous Alexander from three-point range. And the Pacers head for the other end. They have struggled offensively. They've scored 29 points in about 16 minutes of play. On top, Nembhard, left side Toppin, catch and shoot, 3-ball front rim. Turner with a weak side offensive rebound. Out to Nesmith, who continues to shoot it brilliantly from three-point range. 50% during the playoffs, and that ties the game at 32. 7:38 left, second quarter. Gilgeous Alexander driving to the baseline. That left door open up top, but he missed a 3. They shot it poorly from out there in Game 6, and they're struggling here in Game 7. But they get the offensive rebound, and they'll get another look at it. 7:20 left in the second quarter. Gilgeous Alexander with that deadly pull-up, and he hits from mid-range left side.
Well, I talked about it. If you rebound the basketball, these guys will continue to swarm you. And that's what happened again. It happened to Tony Bradley a couple possessions ago. This time it happens to Obi Toppin. And mind you, this OKC Thunder team right now, they're playing with a lineup with 5 guards on the floor. Pacers should be able to abuse them on the glass.
7:14 left, second quarter. 34-32, Oklahoma City. Timeout Pacers on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. At Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. T&Cs apply.
What if healthcare worked for everyone? What if your health was measured by more than your vital signs? What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI helped doctors to know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions. With our health plans and services, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
It's what you wait for all week. The three-pointers, the rebounds, the thrill of every shot. Win or lose, it's the hope that keeps you coming back. The dream that this time, it might be your year. And so you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when the pressure's on, your support is everything. That's why the NBA store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. When it comes to investing, GameBridge is doing the same. Their online platform does things differently by putting you in control, so you can invest on your own terms and grow your savings over time. It's a better way to invest, because it's investing your way. Get started today with as little as $1,000 at GameBridge.io. GameBridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
7:14 left, second quarter, Game 7. Oklahoma City leads 34-32. The Pacers will have the ball out of the timeout. The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. And when it comes to investing, GameBridge is doing the same, putting you in control of your own financial future. Get started today at Gamebridge.io. Thunder by 2 as we check in with Pat.
And we now know Tyrese Haliburton will not return, so the spotlight on a couple of different Pacers, Andrew Nembhard and T.J. McConnell. Nembhard not in the finals, of course, but has played the point guard for the Pacers in big games before. He was, in fact, for some of Game 2, 3, and 4 against the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Pacers starting point guard when Haliburton went down in the Eastern Conference Finals. T.J. McConnell as well. Now, it's worth noting McConnell, part of what makes him effective is his ability to go 100% in short bursts. Only one time this year has McConnell played 30 minutes, and in the regular season, he averaged 18 minutes per game. McConnell's already gone 8. You can imagine Carlisle will be pushing that number as high as he can get it, but it is a factor in McConnell's effectiveness.
Out of the timeout, Indiana will play with Nembhard, Mathurin, Neesmith, Turner, and Toppin. They'll bring it right to left in yellow. Oklahoma City has Wallace and Caruso, Dort, Holmgren, and Gilgeous Alexander. They lead by 2. Neither team has led by more than 5. Nembhard on the left sideline uses the right hand to get to the top of the circle. Holmgren takes him. Down low it goes. Turner on the block against 2 smaller defenders. Whipped it to the top. Mathurin took it to the goal. Could not finish in traffic. And here comes Gilgeous Alexander. Left edge, catch and shoot. 3-ball, that's Wallace. That is his first scoring. He was just 3 of 13 from outside the arc in the series before that. Now Nembhard trying to escape Caruso. Oklahoma City going into its piranha-like defense. Almost losing the ball. Neesmith got it to Nembhard off a Turner screen. Oklahoma City leads by 5 down to Turner, and he's fouled on the catch on the right block. This team is just so aggressive defensively, and we've said this before, Eddie, on occasion it looks like 7 against 5.
There's no question about it, and I thought to start the game the Pacers did a nice job of attacking the paint. Right now they're getting back to those side-by-side actions, or you're drilling dribble handoffs and those kind of things, and not necessarily attacking the paint. And that's where this team really swarms you and makes it incredibly difficult on you.
Pacers, as Turner misses the foul shot, are just 6 of 10 from the line, shooting just 39% from the floor, and they've turned the ball over 7 times. And Siakam is in, Mathurin is out.
And again, you turn to the point of his struggle right now. You just see the anxiety and then lack of confidence in his game right now.
Boy, he is really struggling. He misses 2 foul shots, but the ball is saved on the baseline and then saved at the timeline by Nembhard, who got it to McConnell. He, though, missed a jump shot from the foul line. Back the other way, Gilgeous Alexander. On top, his team leading by 5. Will it be 8? No. A 3-ball from the left edge. Wallace back rim, and it floated out of bounds.
And they're trying to find it again offensively. If you can't get an early attack, and this will be one of those situations because you're inbounding the ball, they're up pressuring the ball. Got to be able to get the ball in Siakam's hands somehow, some way with his back to the basket.
McConnell will bring it up against Wallace, crossing right sideline. Now moving center of the floor, way back to the timeline. Under 6 to go in the quarter. Winds up driving it down the right side, confronted by Holmgren. Dipsy-do up and under right to left. He lulled Holmgren to sleep, then drove by him and laid it in. 37-34. They counter quickly with Wallace. Up top, Caruso driving right side, bouncing far corner. Holmgren's had a horrible series shooting the 3, and he misses another one. Rebounded by Neesmith. Coming in, he was 2 of 17 from 3-point range. McConnell, perimeter right. This is the driving Nembhard getting to the goal and flipping it in off the glass.
Great job. T.J. McConnell with the initial drive, collapses. Another immediate drive by Nembhard, forcing the timeout.
1-point Oklahoma City lead, 5:22 left second quarter. You're listening to Game 7 of the NBA Finals on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership is better than ever. Save up to $1,100 each year on gas, groceries, delivery fees, and streaming options. With double fuel points, unlimited free delivery, and exclusive savings for members, there's so much to love about Boost. Sign up for a Boost membership today. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
what's it like to have a yard?
Can lead to an even bigger question like,
Am I ready to buy a home?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you, prepared to talk about everything you need to know when applying for a mortgage, so you can try to turn those backyard dreams into reality. Paul?
Yes?
Question. Are you a hammock person?
You know, I think I might be.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. NMLS 399797, Equal Housing Lender.
Thanks for showing up, Indy. Nothing beats catching your Pacers IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you are catching the Pacers at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Pacers and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Pacers tickets today. There is no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Indy.
Hi, this is Archie Manning. After years of playing football, I've learned to listen to my body. These days, that includes listening for signs of heart problems like chest discomfort or feeling tired from doing simple activities. The expert team of heart specialists at Ascension St. Vincent has made it the st hospital for cardiac care in Indiana. So when you need care for your heart, contact the winning team at ascension.org/St. Vincent Heart.
Game 7, midway through the second quarter. The Pacers playing without Tyrese Haliburton, who suffered a game-ending injury in the first quarter. At the moment, struggling offensively, they're still within one at 37-36. We'll take 10 seconds here for network station identification. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network. With Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. Let's check in with Pat Boyle.
Well, to even try and overcome this and win this game without Tyrese Haliburton, the Pacers are going to have to be excellent in numerous other areas. One that stands out is the three-point line, where the Pacers had a great game one where they shot 46%, but since slightly under 34%, that's well below their season averages. Well, Haliburton hit 3 of 4 before going out with the injury, but the Pacers are 6 of 11. So the question will be, can Indiana continue to keep their three-point shooting going? Right now at 55%, and can they continue to keep the Thunder cold? The Thunder are just 3 of 12. That's coming off a game where they really struggled in game number 6. Right now, that three-point line has helped become an equalizer for a team missing its all-star.
Oklahoma City will have it. They'll bring it the length of the floor in blue. The Pacers in yellow. Alex Caruso, Jalen Devon Williams, Shai Gilgeous Alexander, Luguentz Dort, and Chet Holmgren. The Pacers have Andrew Nembhard, Aaron Nesmith, T.J. McConnell, Pascal Siakam, and Miles Turner. 3-ball, left side short. Jalen Williams, they continue to struggle. They're 3 of 13 from out there. Nembhard, perimeter right. Nesmith bombs away. This time skips off the front of the rim. Dort has the ball for Oklahoma City. 1-point lead for the home team. 4:54 left in the second quarter. Gilgeous Alexander, left side to the wing, spinning to the side of the lane. Up top to Dort. He can shoot the three, and he can make the three this time from right of center. He was shooting 52% from three-point range in these finals. They lead 40-36. McConnell has it. Turner screens, perimeter right. McConnell gets to the edge of the arc. Holmgren switches out. McConnell drives Holmgren to the dotted half circle. Got it to Turner, who launches and scores. That was not an easy play because it wasn't a good pass. He had to grab it, gather it in, and then go up.
All in the midst of chaos there, so great to...
2-point Oklahoma City lead. 4:10 left in the half. McConnell has the ball for Indiana. Center of the floor, right sideline to Nembhard, back to McConnell. Outside the arc, driving on Caruso, who prevents him from penetrating. Shot clock to 10 as we move inside of 4 minutes to play in the second quarter. McConnell got to the foul line and hit over Caruso. He's got 4. The Pacers hanging in there. Game tied at 40. 3:45 left in the quarter. Holmgren marching in from the left side. His shot is deflected. Loose ball on the baseline. Saved by McConnell. And here comes Nembhard with 3:35 to play in the second. Turner launches from the left edge, missing the three. Hits the front rim, deflects to the far side of the floor. And with 3:27 left in the half, the game tied with Gilgeous Alexander driving from the left edge into the lane. And Siakam recycled the shot. McConnell with the ball for Indiana. Siakam at the top of the circle, nearly lost it to Caruso, and then tried to slip it in to Turner. It's off of Turner and out of bounds. Turnovers in the game so far. Oklahoma City has been excellent. They've committed just 3. The Pacers have turned it over 8 times.
Yeah, tough break there. I'd like to see Pascal Siakam shoot that ball. Not a lot of room to get that ball to Turner on that one. Hartenstein gets the deflection. Turner gets the fingernail on it before it goes out of bounds.
Just over 3 minutes left in the half. Wallace will bring it up. Now Jalen Williams, as Hartenstein is back in the game. They tried to work pick and roll, and there's a kick ball violation. They have Wallace, Jalen Devon Williams, Gilgeous Alexander, Hartenstein, all on the floor with Dort. The Pacers compete with Siakam and Turner, Mathurin, Nembhard, and Nesmith. 3:04 left in the half. Game tied at 40. Dort will play it in from the far side hash mark. They've got 15 seconds to shoot. And the ball is in to Wallace, who drives to the foul line, sends it inside. Williams takes it all the way back out to the right wing, and now Gilgeous Alexander driving down the left side, and that's a goaltend. As Turner plucked it off the glass, the left-hand layup from Gilgeous Alexander gives the Thunder the lead back at 42-40.
Turner just a hair late as Gilgeous Alexander turns the corner and puts it in another gear. And it hits the glass.
He's got 14 points. They lead by 2. Nembhard right wing. He'll pull up from there and leave his jump shot short. Hartenstein rebound. Oklahoma City has the ball. Across the timeline, left edge. Now it's Gilgeous Alexander, high right against Nembhard. Backing up toward the logo. High middle screen, Hartenstein. Gilgeous Alexander uses the screen again. Got into the lane. Kick to the corner. Williams feeds it back outside. Nifty ball movement for the home team. But a horrifyingly inaccurate 3-ball from Dort. Caught on the weak side by Hartenstein. Ultimately, he was tied up by Nesmith. Only half a second on the shot clock. So it seems highly unlikely that even if they win the tip, they'd get a decent shot.
Yeah, and another very good possession by the Pacers defensively here. And you look at the score, 42-40, 2:19 remaining in this second quarter. Clearly a defensive struggle, but very critical moment here in terms of how you close this half out.
Toppin is in and Turner is out. Particularly with Haliburton out, Eddie, the Pacers need more than they're getting from Turner.
Yeah, it's a pace of play when you have these opportunities. And everyone's got to step up to take advantage, but certainly Turner has got to try to shake the demons that are draped all over him during these finals.
Ball tapped out of bounds on the jump, awarded to Indiana. Pacers down 2, 2:13 left in the half. Mathurin center of the floor, left hand outside the arc. Got it to Nesmith, took it right back. Shot clock to 10. He'll rise up left edge and deliver a 3.
That is a big shot. The Pacers, not a whole lot of place to drive the ball in that possession.
43-42 with a minute 53 left in the half. Oklahoma City in blue, Indiana in yellow, and that's a double dribble on top against Hartenstein.
Yeah, great job by Nembhard there. Is able to deny the handoff to SGA. And Mathurin on the weak side, he doesn't just sit and watch. He's over there denying the pass that Hartenstein was trying to make, forcing the violation.
They had turned the ball over just 3 times before giving it away here on consecutive possessions. Pacers by 1. Very tenacious in the wake of the Haliburton injury. Up top, right side, it's Nembhard bouncing center of the floor to Toppin. Toppin on the logo goes back to Nembhard. The shot clock is at 10. Toppin screens, driving Nembhard, feeds it to the right sideline. Toppin with a clean look off a pass from Siakam. 3-ball short, loose ball foul. And that'll put the Pacers on the line as Oklahoma City hits the penalty with 88 seconds to go in the second quarter. That foul is on Wallace.
And I thought they missed an opportunity to get Siakam the ball early on in that possession with Wallace guarding him. They don't go to him, but Siakam makes him pay anyway, going for the offensive rebound, and he's able to draw the foul. And to your point about the penalty, think about when the Pacers reached the penalty here, though. The Thunder really didn't take advantage of it too much here in this second quarter. The Pacers doing a solid job of defending without fouling about midway through the quarter on.
Indiana hit the penalty at 8:19. Oklahoma City has gone to the line 6 times, but given those numbers, 8-19 with which to work the penalty. That's not a lot.
Not at all, especially when you're thinking about SGA on the floor, Jalen Williams on the floor. Those two guys are dominant in drawing fouls and getting to the line.
First foul shot, Siakam, is good. It's a 2-point lead for the Pacers. And now a 3-point advantage. Siakam has 10 points. Indiana leads Oklahoma City 45-42 as we approach halftime here in Game 7. 1 minute, 20 seconds left in the half. Oklahoma City in blue, moving it left to right. Williams trying to escape Siakam. Drives it to the right edge, switches to the left hand. That got him to the dotted half. Siakam stuck right with him. Now it's Gilgeous Alexander launching a contested three halfway down with McConnell challenging. It pops out, and here come the Pacers again. Right side, McConnell driving the baseline across the lane, right to left, brings it back outside, and it's Nembhard moving to the right edge with the left hand. He's in the lane. He rises up from the foul line. Jump shot long. McConnell kept it alive, but it's controlled by Jalen Williams. 44 seconds left in the half. Oklahoma City down by 3. Gilgeous Alexander into the lane, and Hartenstein's on the line with a chance for a three-point play. He took the ball at a crowd in that restricted area and was fouled as he finished.
Toppin just a hair late, and that weak side from the ball screen action. Should be able to meet the catch, but he's a step late there, and Hartenstein's able to finish through contact.
He can tie the game here. Earlier, he missed a pair of foul shots. Holmgren will come back in, and so will Wiggins. Jalen Williams, who has had a quiet first half with 3 points, 2 of 7 corrections. Yes, 3 points in the first half, 5 points in the first half, 2 of 7 from the floor. Left-handed Hartenstein ties the game, completing the three-point play. 39 and 2/10 seconds to play in the half. That leaves 15 and 2/10 seconds separating game and shot clock. 45 aside, and there's an offensive foul at the timeline. Matherin setting a screen is called for contact.
Well, it's an incidental contact. There's contact there, and Dort just sells the heck out of it and falls down.
Yep.
It's not something you can review. There is contact there, and he reads it well and just falls down.
You call it a flop if you want, but there was contact.
Correct.
35 seconds left in the half. They've got the ball and a chance to regain the lead. Gilgeous Alexander working Nembhard, edge of the arc, left side. Shot clock is down to 10 in the lane. Whistle and a two-shot trip to the line. Gilgeous Alexander got the shot up, and it was threatening to stay down, but it popped out as Nembhard picked up his second. Pacers were up 45-42. Thunder tied the game on a three-point play from Hartenstein, and now look to go in front. This key stretch of the game, a presentation of Key Bank. Neesmith will come back in as Gilgeous Alexander makes the first foul shot. They are, by their standards, well, really even by league standards, they are struggling from the line, just 8 of 12. They are 84% coming in, and they led the league during the regular season. One more for Gilgeous Alexander. He's not struggling. He's 5 of 5.
Yeah, this is a big possession coming up for the Pacers here as SGA knocks down the second free throw. Got to get something good here as the Thunder look to extend this pressure once again.
He's got 16. They lead by 2. Separation between game and shot clock's negligible, less than a second. Siakam gives it up on the logo at center court. We're down to 10 seconds to play. Nembhard has the ball. Hasn't used his bounce with 7. Now moves to his left, rises up. Holmgren got there late, and Nembhard hit a 3 from the left edge.
It's a big-time shot, but what composure there by Nembhard.
2 seconds left in the half, and from midcourt, an air ball ends the half. With the Pacers in front, 48-47. Long way to go, Eddie Gill. However, the Pacers have shown their usual tenacity, their usual grit, and their usual determination in the wake of the Haliburton injury. They are hanging right there with the league's best team.
Listen, I don't see that changing here. Talked about it when it first happened. Can you use that as motivation and understanding the magnitude of this moment here? They're going to go play for their brother and Tyrese Haliburton and use that as additional motivation here tonight.
Pacers have led by as many as 5 and have trailed by as many as 5. They're in front by 1 at halftime. The Noblesville Boom will bring high-impact action and unbeatable value to the arena at Innovation Mile this fall. You can visit noblesvilleboom.com to to place a $50 deposit that secures season tickets for the first season of Boom. Halftime in Oklahoma City, winner-take-all Game 7. It's the Indiana Pacers 48, the Oklahoma City Thunder 47. Stay with us. Pat Boylan has our halftime report when we return to Oklahoma on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
She's worked hard. We're so proud to drop her off at her dream school.
We've grown so much. This new location will be a dream for our business.
With this dream gym at home, the whole family can get stronger together.
Forum Credit Union helps you save, share, and grow for the moments you dream about. Learn about becoming a member and our services at forumcu.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender. NMLS number 469848.
Hey, Pacer fans, the Pacers are in the playoffs, and Moondrops Distillery is bringing you something big. Liquid Gold Moonshine bursting with bright citrusy flavor and made with freshly squeezed lemons for that authentic State Fair taste. Now proudly representing an Indiana Pacers label. Pick up your very own Liquid Gold today at Moondrops Distillery in Fortville or at Central Indiana Kroger stores. Can't find it? Go to moondropsdistillery.com. Moondrops Distillery, proud partner of your Indiana Pacers.
Pacers Nation, game time is Zyber time. Introducing Zyber with X, a nationwide internet service provider born right here in Indy. Zyber is fast. We offer fiber or fixed wireless or both. As the official internet provider of the Pacers, Zyber delivers championship speeds with style, making your internet seamless and worry-free with speeds up to 10 gigabits per second. Zyber is your surprisingly likable internet service, Indy. Follow our pace at Zyber.com. That's Zyber.com.
Now you can call every shot when it comes to investing because GameBridge's easy online platform puts you in control of your own financial future. Choose trusted products, invest on your own terms with as little as $1,000, and watch your savings grow over time with reliable returns. You make the choices, you make the calls. So no matter what, you're always in the lead. Get started today at GameBridge.io. GameBridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Halftime from Oklahoma City. It's not the first half that anybody could have imagined or predicted in numerous different ways. The Pacers got off to a nice start. They got up by 5 points. And then a major blow. Tyrese Haliburton went down with what is being called a lower leg injury, and he is out for the rest of the game. The Pacers, however, have responded resiliently, and they've got a 1-point lead here at halftime, 48-47. Let's take a listen to the first half highlights.
Nembhard has it, bouncing at center of the floor to Turner. Turner shovels to Haliburton. Haliburton lets another three go, left of center. It's online but short. Mathurin secures the offensive rebound. Pacers get another look, and Haliburton does not hesitate, hitting a 30-plus footer from up top. Mark Daignault needs a timeout. Tyrese Haliburton fully engaged. 3 of 4 from three-point range. 5 minutes in, 14-10 Pacers. Caruso missed a three out of the far corner. It remains a 2-point Oklahoma City lead. Mathurin carries it to the front court, to the wing, to the baseline. Cut off by Jalen Williams. Heaves it outside. Siakam fakes the three, drives the lane, got to the goal, laid it in, and drew the foul. McConnell has it on the logo. 10 seconds to shoot. Edging forward against Wallace. Mathurin up the screen, peels away, takes the pass, drives in, right side, fails to convert, gets his own, and lays it in. After one in Game 7, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder 25, the Indiana Pacers 22. On top, Nembhard, left side, Toppin, catch and shoot, 3-ball front rim. Turner with a weak side offensive rebound. Out to Nesmith, who continues to shoot it brilliantly from three-point range. 50% during the playoffs, and that ties the game at 32. McConnell, perimeter right. This is the driving Nembhard getting to the goal and flipping it in off the glass.
Great job. TJ McConnell with the initial drive, collapses. Another immediate drive by Nembhard, forcing the timeout.
Ball tapped out of bounds on the jump, awarded to Indiana. Pacers down 2, 2:13 left in the half. Mathurin center of the floor, left hand outside the arc. Got it to Nesmith, took it right back. Shot clock at 10. He'll rise up left edge and deliver a three. Separation between Game and Shot clock's negligible, less than a second. Siakam gives it up on the logo at center court. We're down to 10 seconds to play. Nembhard has the ball. Hasn't used his bounce with 7. Now moves to his left, rises up. Holmgren got there late, and Nembhard hit a 3 from the left edge.
It's a big-time shot.
Halftime in Oklahoma City. Winner-take-all Game 7. It's the Indiana Pacers 48, the Oklahoma City Thunder 47.
First half stats are coming up next. It's halftime of game number 7 of the NBA Finals. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. And no matter what tasty choice you make, our low prices add up to big savings. Plus, you get over $600 in digital coupons each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump and points. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Today we have 2 very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip. Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Ways to save.
All right, huddle up, Pacer fans. This is the money-saving scoop from Citizens Energy Group. Turn off the faucet while brushing your teeth to save water. Toss on a layer before turning up the heat. That'll save you some energy. And always do full loads of laundry. Remember, the more you could serve, the more you could save. Now get out there. Find more ways to save on your bill at citizensenergygroup.com.
Hi, this is Archie Manning. After years of playing football, I've learned to listen to my body. These days, that includes listening for signs of heart problems like chest discomfort or feeling tired from doing simple activities. The expert team of heart specialists at Ascension St. Vincent has made it the st hospital for cardiac care in Indiana. So when you need care for your heart, contact the winning team at ascension.org/St. Vincent Heart.
Halftime from Paycom Center in Oklahoma City. The Pacers lead game number 7 at the half by 1 point, 48-47. Indiana is playing the rest of the way without Tyrese Haliburton, who went down with a right leg injury, which will keep him out the rest of the night. Haliburton went down at the 5-minute mark of the first quarter, and the Pacers trailed by 2 then. They have a 1-point lead, though, at halftime. They're hanging around in large part due to balance and the three-point line. We'll get to those statistically right here. Pascal Siakam, 10 points in 20 minutes. 9 for Andrew Nembhard in 16 minutes. He's also got a couple of assists and 4 rebounds. 9 for Tyrese Haliburton in 7 minutes. His day sadly done. Aaron Nesmith has 3, 1 of 2 from the three-point line, and Miles Turner's shooting struggles have continued. 1 of 3 from the floor, 0 of 2 from the three-point line, 1 of 4 from the foul line. Turner has 3 points in 14 minutes. Off of the Indiana bench, Benedict Mathurin, 8 points in 15 minutes, 4 for TJ McConnell to go along with 3 assists and 3 rebounds. Tony Bradley had 2 points in 3 minutes, and Ben Shepherd did not take a shot in his 9 minutes on the floor, and he did not score. The Pacers are shooting at 42% from the field. That's below average, but 8 of 16 from the three-point line certainly will work. Indiana just 8 of 13, though, from the free throw line. As for Oklahoma City, Shai Gilgeous Alexander, 16 points in 20 minutes, although he is 5 of 12 from the floor. He is 6 of 6 from the free throw line. The other 4 starters each have 5 points. Williams 5, Holmgren 5, Hartenstein 5, Dort 5. Off of their bench, Caruso hit a couple of threes and has 8 points. Cason Wallace has 3. Kenrich Williams did not score in 4 minutes. Aaron Wiggins did not score in 7 minutes. The Pacers defense doing a really nice job here. The Thunder shooting just 41% from the field, just 4 of 18 from the three-point line. That's 22%. Oklahoma City is 9 of 13 from the free throw line. Rebounding is advantage Thunder by 2, and turnovers advantage Thunder by 4. Thus, they've taken 4 more shots. The Pacers are shooting 42%. The Thunder are shooting 41% at halftime. But again, Oklahoma City has taken 2 more threes and made 4 fewer. Trends like that are almost assuredly going to have to continue in the second half for Indiana to have a chance to win the championship. Without Tyrese Haliburton, but they put themselves in a spot to do so at least at halftime, where the score is Indiana 48, Oklahoma City 47. Halftime continues in a moment on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet.
It's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9 with IT. T&Cs apply. Available in app only.
If you want a tire shop that doesn't feel like your ordinary tire shop, then you need to meet Tire Man. Bell Tire. Good point, Tire Man. Tire Man works at Bell Tire. He's part tire, part man, all heart. Bell Tire. Right, Tire Man. We repair flats for free at Bell Tire. And as Tire Man just said, we actually care about our customers. We're not your ordinary tire shop because we're changing tires. Bell Tire.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the NBA Finals.
In the NBA Finals, any moment can become unforgettable. Now is your chance to watch the next moment you'll remember forever.
Jordan open. Chicago with the lead.
Unforgettable awaits. The 2025 NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV continue on ABC.
Now you can call every shot when it comes to investing because GameBridge's easy online platform puts you in control of your own financial future. Choose trusted products, invest on your own terms with as little as $1,000, and watch your savings grow over time with reliable returns. You make the choices, you make the calls. So no matter what, you're always in the lead. Get started today at GameBridge.io. GameBridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
In Oklahoma City, it's game number 7 of the NBA Finals. I'm Pat Boylan. Tyrese Haliburton went down in the first quarter, but the Pacers have a 48-47 lead. Indiana will go the rest of the night without Haliburton. Pascal Siakam leading Indiana with 10 points, but the Pacers have 4 players in the first half scoring between 8 and 10 points as they try to pull off what already would have been an improbable championship, and now they'll try to do it without arguably their best player. 2 quarters to go in game number 7. In 2 quarters, a champion will be crowned for the Pacers. They're hoping to do so for the first time in their NBA history. For the Thunder, they're hoping to do so for the first time since moving to Oklahoma City in 2008. That'll wrap up halftime. When we return, Mark Boyle and Eddie Gill have the third quarter. Pacers and Thunder Game 7 next on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
what's it like to have a yard?
Can lead to an even bigger question like,
am I ready to buy a home?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you, prepared to talk about everything you need to know when applying for a mortgage, so you can try to turn those backyard dreams into reality. Paul?
Yes?
Question. Are you a hammock person?
You know, I think I might be.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. NMLS 399797, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey Pacers fans, by saying yes to organ donation, you're choosing to give the gift of life. An incredible way to make a lasting difference even after you're gone. It's a powerful decision that offers hope to those waiting on the National Transplant Waiting List for a life-saving organ. Join your Pacers in supporting organ donation and get the heart on your driver's license. If more people say yes to being an organ donor, more lives can be saved. Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to learn more and share your decision with your family.
You know Unleaded 88 is engine smart and earth kind, but what does that mean really? Engine smart because Unleaded 88 burns cooler and cleaner with higher octane for superior performance at a great price. Earth kind because Unleaded 88 reduces toxic compounds in your fuel and burns more completely, reducing harmful emissions. That's good for our environment and our health. Engine smart, earth kind. 4 simple words to remember when you fill up. Choose Unleaded 88.
Upland Brewing is proud to be an official partner of the Indiana Pacers. For over 25 years, Upland has crafted award-winning beers right here in Indiana. Whether it's Courtside Indiana Pale Ale, the official craft beer of the Pacers, or a pint of Dragonfly, Indiana's best-selling IPA, Upland beers are perfect for cheering on the blue and gold. Find Upland beers throughout Gainbridge Fieldhouse, at any of our 9 locations, on tap at bars and restaurants, and at your local grocery and liquor stores. Go Pacers!
Halfway through Game 7. The winner of this game is the NBA champion, and right now, as they say, too close to call. 48-47, Indiana leading by 1. Neither team led by more than 5 in the first half, and in fact, both teams have leads as large as 5. With Eddie Gill and Pat Boylan, I'm Mark Boyle. No Tyrese Haliburton. He had scored 9 points on 3 three-point field goals early in the game before going down with a lower right leg injury. There are reports that Tyrese's dad, John, told ESPN that it was an Achilles injury, and that's definitely what it looked like, but no official word yet. The bottom line in the short term is that he will not play tonight. The Pacers have proven, Eddie, many times over the course of this season how resilient, how determined, how committed they are, and they demonstrated that in the wake of that injury. How do they stay in this game?
It's the same. You know, the one thing, part of that, in terms of them being able to get through these adverse moments, is the even-keel disposition that this team has. They have great confidence, great belief in self and what they're able to get done out there. Long while ago, they took the defensive end of the floor serious, and that, you see that here. That's evident here tonight, holding this team just to 47 points in this first half. So I'm sure they are more than confident about what they're capable of doing here to close this game out.
Third quarter possession to Oklahoma City. They play in blue, white numerals, white letters. White, red, yellow, and black trim. The Pacers are in the blue, or the white with the blue numerals, letters, and trim. Original starters are out for both teams, with the exception of Haliburton. His spot in the lineup to start the third quarter will be taken by Benedict Mathurin. So it's Mathurin, Andrew Nembhard, Miles Turner, Pascal Siakam, and Aaron Nesmith against Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams. Alex Caruso is out there rather than Isaiah Hartenstein, who started the game. Shai Gilgeous Alexander, and the man with the ball on top is Gilgeous Alexander. First possession, third quarter, a long 3 way off target, and then Nesmith trying to grab the rebound could do no better than knock it out of bounds. Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, against Dort, Shai Gilgeous Alexander, and Alex Caruso out there. They've got 14 seconds to get a shot, 25 seconds into the third quarter. Indiana leading by 1.
Well, there's a question here. I'm not sure why it went to 14. Nesmith knocked that ball out of bounds. Rick Carlisle's lobbying right now, talking to the officials, but they put 14 on the clock. It should be 1 or 2.
Ball in, catch and shoot, 3 ball, negative, offensive rebound off of the Gilgeous Alexander miss, and Holmgren laid it in. They're back in front, 49-48. Nembhard brings it back. Indiana's first possession. They come left to right in the second half. Nembhard bouncing with the right hand, slightly right of center, gives it to Turner, edge of the arc. Turner tried to hand it back to Nembhard, and that went off of Nembhard, out of bounds. That handoff in too close of quarters. And the Pacers give the ball away for the 10th time. 49-48. Gilgeous Alexander has it through the logo at center court. Driving with the left hand, pulls up, sends it to the right edge. A catch and shoot 3. Jalen Williams missed it. There's another offensive rebound. Dort has it, gives it to Gilgeous Alexander. They scored off of a second chance on their first possession. They're trying to do the same thing here with their second possession of the third quarter. Only 2 seconds to shoot, and Dort hits from the logo at center court. A shot that brought rain as it brushed against the clouds.
Just launches a Hail Mary after another offensive rebound.
52-48, and now Mathurin's driving shot blocked by Holmgren, but Mathurin got it back and gave it to Siakam, who hit a 3 from the left edge. Stellar work by Mathurin.
There's no question about it. Great job of sticking with it there and finding Siakam on the perimeter.
52-51, Oklahoma City with the ball and a 1-point lead. Early third quarter, game 7. Caruso bluffs the 3, and he got Nesmith off balance, and he fouled his third of the game. Non-shooting, ball will come in from the side. It's the first team foul either way. 10-14 to play in the third. Oklahoma City leading by 1. Caruso will make the inbound pass Gives the ball to Gilgeous Alexander on top. Kick to the corner. Dort just hit a three. This time he drives it out of the corner. Confronted by Siakam from the dotted half circle. Throws a dangerous pass that's rescued by Williams. He got it to Caruso. And another putback off of an offensive rebound. Caruso couldn't score from in close, but he stuck with it.
Yeah, it's the extra effort. That's where this team is elite.
54-51. Oklahoma City by 3 as Nembhard attempts to tie the game, but shot it long from up top. Here comes Jalen Williams. Gilgeous Alexander into the forecourt. Left edge of the arc, driving, cut off by Nembhard, sends it up top. Dort wants 3. This time, though, he's off the back of the rim. Mathurin seals Caruso off the board, and here comes Nembhard. Nembhard into the forecourt, turnover. Pacers really struggling to start the third. Jalen Williams is ambushed from behind, but he still lays it off the glass. Carlisle needs a timeout. Oklahoma City with a strong start to the third. They've outscored the Pacers 9-3. 9:20 left, third quarter. Oklahoma City has matched its largest lead of the night, 56-51 on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
Be part of something bigger with a career at Nucor. When you join our organization, you become part of a team that makes an impact on people's lives, communities, and the environment. Join us to forge deep bonds with teammates, get the freedom to activate your ideas, and gain the stability to build a lifelong career. Learn more at nucor.com/careers. That's nucor.com/careers. Come be a part of something bigger at Nucor. Nucor is an equal opportunity employer.
It's time to ball, and Beatbox is here to party with the Indiana Pacers. Beatbox Party Punch is bursting with delicious flavor, 11.1% ABV, and low sugar. This punch is the perfect drink to fire up fans at Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Plus, with a resealable cap, this drink is built to withstand all the courtside hype. There ain't no party like a Beatbox party. Go Pacers.
Please drink responsibly. Must be 21 plus.
Experience the Midwest's newest fine dining destination, Commission Row. Our menu includes the best locally sourced steaks, chops, seafood, and raw bar offerings. Created by Pacers Sports and Entertainment in partnership with Cunningham Restaurant Group. Commission Row is located right next to Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Whether for dinner on the main level or drinks and Mel's, our speakeasy bar, make Commission Row a part of your next game night. Learn more or make a reservation at commissionrow.com.
Pacers with a rough start here in the third. They've been outscored by Oklahoma City 9-3. They've had issues with turnovers again. And they're down by 5. That's the biggest lead either team has had, and both teams have had that lead. Oklahoma City on the home floor trying to wrap up a championship. The Pacers playing without their leader, Tyrese Haliburton, trying to hang in there and get into position to win their first championship. The WNBA All-Star Game coming to Indianapolis in July. You can find out about tickets, volunteer opportunities, and event information by visiting WNBAllstar2025.com. With Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. Let's go to Pat Boylan.
Indiana's margin for error clearly a lot smaller without Tyrese Haliburton, so they have to do things like win the possession game. Talking about turnovers, talking about rebounding, and an incredibly frustrating start to the third quarter in those two categories. The Pacers have gotten 3 stops on the first shot of the first 3 possessions for Oklahoma City. All 3 of those ended up with the Thunder putting points on the board. Oklahoma City's 4th possession was off of a turnover and a bucket, so Rick Carlisle trying to get that tightened up right now.
Pacers have the ball. They'll go the length of the floor. Neither team has made any changes. We're less than 3 minutes into the third. Nembhard will bring it up against the always tenacious Dort. Into the forecourt, right sideline. Nembhard whips to the corner, a quick catch and shoot. Mathurin short with a 3-ball. Rebound on the weak side, controlled by Nesmith. He leans in, misses with a right hand, and in pursuit of his own rebound, he drew a loose ball foul for a split second. It looked like he might have been called for that foul, and that would have been bad news.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they came up with a foul on Shai Gilgeous Alexander there, because
just saw the rebound. I saw the replay.
Yeah, Neesmith is certainly pushing Gilgeous Alexander in the back. He gets away with one.
That's either a foul on Neesmith or a no call.
Correct.
Here's Mathurin, left edge, center of the floor. Nembhard juggles it, picks it back up. Under 9 to go in the third. Strong drive, right side, fouled by Holmgren. Got the ball up onto the goal, and he'll shoot 2.
Another really physical drive, just gets into the body of the shot blocker. Ties him up and draws the foul.
8 minutes, 54 seconds left to play in the third. Nembhard is on the line. He made his 2 earlier attempts and has scored 9 points. Knocks down another one here. When he has been called upon to man that point for long periods, when, for example, Haliburton has been injured or is on the side with foul trouble, he appears to be more than capable. It would be interesting to see how he would do if he was given his own team to run.
Well, there's no question about it. You wouldn't know it because he's been playing alongside Tyrese Haliburton. He's created so much value for himself, being able to take on tough defensive matchups on the floor. He's that secondary ball handler, but he's certainly at his natural position at the point.
He made the shots. Oklahoma City leads by 3. It remains that way as the driving Williams came down the left side, put it up too hard with the right hand. Nembhard runs into Caruso, right edge of the arc, as the Pacers work from a 3-point hole. Nembhard left of center to Turner. He's been ice cold the entire series, but not there. A 3 from the right edge.
There it is, and he knocked down a mid-range jumper in the first half. His first one he saw go, and now he gets a 3-ball to go.
56 apiece, 8 minutes and 20 seconds left to play. We work on in the third quarter. Gilgeous Alexander got the 3 right back from slightly right of center. It's 59-56 with 8 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter. P.J. McConnell working perimeter left. He has checked into the lineup as Neesmith goes to the side, bouncing off the Turner screen. Unable to elude Dort. Now he's trapped up against the timeline and he threw it away. Dort has the ball, 3-on-1. Turner the only man back, and Turner broke it up and slapped it out of bounds.
That's an incredible job by Miles Turner. He was able to cover up the rim and take away the passing angle from Dort there to save an easy 2 points here, presumably here by the Thunder.
59-56, 7:52 left in the third quarter. Neither team has led by more than 5 points in an extremely competitive game. Gilgeous Alexander, 15 feet out, can't clear the shot, but Holmgren can, and he hits a 3 from the right edge. He was 2 of 18 from three-point range in this series before knocking that one down. They've got the largest lead that either team has enjoyed at 62-56. Now McConnell turns it over again. Pacers really having trouble hanging on to the ball. Jalen Williams has it. Center of the floor. Gilgeous Alexander with his team up 6. Working perimeter right. On the wing. Spins away from Nembhard and gets it to Williams left edge. And his 3 rattles around. Stays down. And the Pacers need another timeout. They have been outscored 18-8 to start the third. They're down 9 on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership is better than ever. Save up to $1,100 each year on gas, groceries, delivery fees, and streaming options. With double fuel points, unlimited free delivery, and exclusive savings for members, there's so much to love about Boost. Sign up for a Boost membership today. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
They don't call it Sailor Jerry's spiced rum for nothing. We make our rum in the name of Norman Sailor Jerry Collins, father of the old school tattoo. You've seen them before, bright, bold, and filled with meaning. As an independent spirit, he lived his life all in, the way we approach making our rum now. Still made the old school way, 92 proof, with all natural spices and flavors. This is a solid drink, no matter how you like it. Respect his legacy. Drink Sailor Jerry responsibly.
In Indiana, we grow basketball and soybeans. Just like the first bushel baskets used to create the game of basketball, we are growing bushels of beans all across the state, which help drive the Indiana economy, create sustainable products, and of course create a sustainable source of food. Meet the people behind the family farms across the state at indianasoybean.com. This message was funded by Indiana's soybean farmers and their checkoff.
It's what you wait for all week. The three-pointers, the rebounds, the thrill of every shot. Win or lose, it's the hope that keeps you coming back. The dream that this time, it might be your year. And so you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when the pressure's on, your support is everything. That's why the NBA store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Nine-point lead, largest of the night for Oklahoma City with Eddie. I'm Mark. Here's Pat.
Well, coming into this game, Mark, is something you have detailed. Both centers for each team struggling, at least calling Chet Holmgren their center. At times he plays power forward. Miles Turner struggling for Indiana. Now, both have had better games here tonight. Turner hitting a three a moment ago, but then Chet Holmgren answering with a three. If one of the swing points in this game came down to which center steps up, well, neither have had a great game so far, but both have stepped up their game from previous performances.
Pacers will have the ball out of the timeout they have had, as they have periodically throughout the course of this playoff series. Issues with the turnover. They had 25 in one game. In fact, they had over 20 in two games in this playoff, and they've got 13, Eddie, in this game.
Well, I mean, the dramatic difference from one game to the next. You think about Game 6 where they forced 21. Shai Gilgeous Alexander commits 8 of those. He hasn't committed a turnover as of yet. He's got 9 assists to go along with his 19 points. And they, as a team, have only committed 3. They've committed 5, while the Pacers are sitting at 13 turnovers right now.
Out of the timeout, Pacers bring it the length. McConnell has the ball, and he'll bring it up right of the logo, left hand through center. Played this time by Wallace. Turner up the screen, slides away. McConnell dancing but not advancing, and now hard down the right side, lays it in.
It's better attack. His last 2 possessions, he's going side to side, resulting in turnovers for him. He made an immediate attack on the basket there.
Oklahoma City leading by 8 with 6:45 left in the third quarter. Jalen Williams has it. 10 seconds to shoot. Now Dort, left side wing. Gilgeous Alexander on a clear out. Working Nembhard to the baseline. He got a half step, stepped inside of him and scored with a right hand. 21 points for Gilgeous Alexander as the Pacers counter with Obi Toppin, who had checked in a couple of possessions ago. Toppin and Turner with Nesmith, McConnell, and Nembhard. McConnell driving through the lane, left to right, on the baseline, goes back into the lane, right to left, and takes it all the way back out to the edge of the arc. But Toppin lost the ball. Yet another Indiana turnover. A 9-point Oklahoma City lead halfway through the third. Dort gives it up, and Wallace has it on top, feeding it right edge to Gilgeous Alexander. Gilgeous Alexander against Nembhard, as has often been the case. Left edge, Williams. Nesmith closes out. Williams puts it on the floor. An inside drive with the left hand. A little bit hard. Turner rebounds. The lead still 9. Back the other way. Pacers with McConnell. McConnell driving down the right side. Lays it up and in.
Well, much better here in the last few possessions here by McConnell. Got to continue to mount stops, hold the Thunder to 1 shot and rebound the ball.
14 turnovers through 3.5 quarters. One of the reasons Indiana is trailing by 7 as a 3-ball up top from Gilgeous Alexander is unsuccessful. Back the other way comes Nembhard. Nembhard to the top, takes it back from Turner. Now Nembhard to the left side hash mark. McConnell puts it on the floor, drives into the lane again, and from the dotted half knocks down another one.
3 straight possessions where he goes past Casey Wallace to get a bucket.
67-62. Oklahoma City's lead paired to 5. In the lane, Holmgren takes a pass from Gilgeous Alexander and dunks. 7 of his 12 here in the third quarter. Their lead now is 69-62. Back come the Pacers again. McConnell has been determined, and he drives in on the left side and scores again.
Make it 4. Casey Wallace may find himself sitting down here soon, giving up these blow-bys.
69-64. Here comes Gilgeous Alexander, and he's fouled as he comes down the right side. That is team foul number 2. And it will result in a sideline inbound. Miles Turner's personal foul is his first.
And they're going to give him 2 shots here.
Oh. Well, that's about as close as it gets to an automatic 2 points.
Yeah, exactly. He's just elite at that free throw line there, and he's ultra aggressive here tonight.
Pacers hang in there. They're down 5. Playing without Tyrese Haliburton, who went down with a game-ending injury in the first quarter. 22 points for Gilgeous Alexander as he hits the first. Hartenstein is in. Caruso returns. Holmgren is out. And so is Williams. 70-64, 4:31 left in the third. One more foul shot for Gilgeous Alexander. Does he ever miss? Yes, he missed there, and the ball is out of bounds off of Hartenstein. So a rare miss. They lead by 6. The Pacers have the ball. 4:29 left in the third quarter. Nembhard across the timeline, way out on the left edge. Out to challenge Hartenstein. Now Nembhard goes at Wallace down the left side with a fade on the pull-up. Misses from about 12 feet away. Rebound Caruso. They're up 6 as they run it right to left. Pulling up on the break and leaving a 3-ball short was Dort, and then Caruso tried to sail through the lane and tip dunk it. That didn't work. Back the other way comes McConnell. Neesmith, right edge of the arc, working it to the top. Toppin takes it there, shovels it to McConnell. He comes to the right baseline and knocks down another one.
10 hot ones here by T.J. McConnell here in this third quarter.
He has scored 10 points in the quarter. It's 70-66 for Oklahoma City. 3:44 left in the quarter as Caruso relays it right edge. It winds up right sideline. Dort has a very unusual arc on his shot. That thing is airborne for about 10 minutes, it seems. This time, though, it didn't get the desired result. The Pacers run with the miss. McConnell has it. Indiana is down 4. McConnell's in the lane, spinning into traffic. Bounce pass on the baseline. Good catch by Bradley. And then he gave it to Toppin, who couldn't control it. That's the 6th turnover of the third quarter as the ball squirts into the Indiana bench.
That possession was destined for disaster to start it. McConnell standing at the top of the key with 5 blue jerseys staring at him. No ball movement at all. And they try to drop it off to Bradley, then to Toppin, and they lose it.
They've got the ball. They have led since taking the lead very early in the third quarter. Caruso brings it up, left hand with 3:13 to go in the third. Driving Williams, cut off Neesmith. Williams takes it back from Caruso. He's way out near the timeline with 10 to shoot. Just over 3 minutes to play. Pass in the lane. Hartenstein to the corner. Wallace is open for 3. They lead by 7, 73-66. McConnell brings it up the left sideline with 2:50 to go in the third quarter. He's double teamed and he turned it over again. Pacers have given it up 7 times in the third quarter. Ball laid in by Wallace, and Oklahoma City goes back in front by 9. Pacers are having a disastrous third quarter in terms of taking care of the ball. Now Toppin with a determined drive down the left side. Lost the ball in the lane as he was fouled. That is team foul number 3 on Oklahoma City. And it will result in a sideline inbound. 3rd foul on Jalen Williams. Turnovers now at 16. Well, so I stand corrected. I think I said 6. That's 7 turnovers in the third quarter.
And McConnell's been able to score it well. But he's had 3 turnovers here, 3 live ball turnovers here, resulting in points for the Thunder. You know, you couple that with the way this third quarter started, giving up those offensive rebounds, in which there were really good defensive possessions. The Thunder still able to manufacture points.
2:28 to go in the third. Pacers will dip a little bit deeper into their bench. Thomas Bryant is in for the first time. He played 6.5 minutes in Game 6 and has played in all but 3 of the Pacers' 22 playoff games. McConnell has it. Open man up top off the pick and pop. Bryant missed the 3. Mathurin controls the offensive rebound. It's tapped out of his hands and out of bounds with 2:20 to go in the third. Oklahoma City leading by 9.
And this Thunder getting increasingly more and more aggressive defensively.
13 to shoot off a baseline inbound. McConnell holds it head high. And then is going to be called for a 5-second violation. The 8th turnover of the third quarter. Oklahoma City led the league in forcing turnovers. Pacers, generally speaking, very, very good at taking care of the ball, but it's been a problem against this predatory defensive team. We're down to 2:10 to play in the third. Jalen Williams way out near the timeline, takes the left hand right down the middle of the lane and lays it in. They lead 77-66, final 2 minutes, third quarter, with McConnell bringing it to the forecourt, and Indiana calls a timeout. A critical stretch of the game with the Pacers struggling, 8 turnovers, no Tyrese Haliburton. Rick Carlisle, I think, Eddie, recognizing that if something doesn't change, this game is close to getting away, and he needs to do something about it.
Yeah, I mean, what a big-time decision or that he has to contemplate here. He obviously elects to take the timeout, but now you're left with 2 for the remainder of the game. But you certainly need to correct what's going on offensively. And again, I think it's more attributed to the effort and the persistence that this Thunder team has at either trying to force a turnover or get offensive rebounds.
And when I say this game is close to getting away, the score is not the issue. It's 77-66. But the fact that they've been so erratic offensively, they don't have their best player. They're playing against the league's defensive team. 11 points seems more like 17 or 18.
Yeah, it's just how do you generate offense if it's not in transition? And then certainly you have to stop allowing them to get offensive rebounds and putting the ball in the basket, because that's when they're able to set their defense. But I would contend their best player is still in uniform. He wears the number 43, and he's got to get the ball.
Well, Tyrese is out. Pascal Siakam does have a 3 in the quarter and has scored 13 points. However, he's only taken 8 shots.
Again, it's just, I mean, you got to put the ball in his hands. Like, as much as I love what TJ McConnell's been able to do, he's been able to score it, and he's been very impactful throughout this series. The random style of play, unless it's in pure transition, is not going to work against this team.
1:53 left in the third. McConnell handles on top, slightly right of center, pulls up from the foul line, and he's got 6 field goals in this third quarter. 77-68. Oklahoma City with 98 seconds left in the third, holding a 9-point advantage in the deciding 7th game. High middle screen, Hartenstein. Williams drives it right side, left hand, pulls up, top of the circle. Got the bounce off the front of the rim. He has scored 9 of his 14 here in the third. It's an 11-point game with McConnell on the move down the right side. And as he got inside of Williams, he's fouled. That is the 4th team foul with 1:17 to play. And if it's on Williams, it would be his 4th. I'm not entirely sure who it was on.
It is, yeah.
Okay, that's his 4th then.
So you got to look at.
Shot clock at 17, game clock at 1:17. And now the officials are discussing something, most likely something on the clock. Mark Daigneault has come all the way to the Indiana side of the floor, and Carlisle is wanting him to be held accountable, I think. By rule, you are not allowed to go to the other side of the timeline.
And I'm not sure what they didn't change anything, but here we go.
Pacers have it. Just over a minute to go in the quarter. Open man, Ben Shepherd, and from McConnell, he misses a 3-ball. Hartenstein has the rebound. Just over a minute to go in the quarter. It's 79-68. Williams on top. Driving, left hand, pulls up, left of the lane, and misses the jump shot. Mathurin with a rebound. Indiana with less than a minute to go in the third. Outscored by 12 here in the third quarter. They've fallen behind by 11. McConnell right side. Got to the baseline again. This time laid it up too hard with the left hand. Hartenstein rebounds. Outlet to Caruso. Caruso being hawked by Shepherd. Gets rid of it. And now Hartenstein center of the floor. Oklahoma City calls a timeout. 35 7/10 left to play in the third quarter. It's 79-68. You can make dining at Harry and Izzy's downtown a tradition. Enjoy the world-famous St. Elmo shrimp cocktail, the award-winning filet sliders, Harry and Izzy's proudly supports Indy basketball. You can make your reservation today by visiting harryandizzy's.com. Let's check in with Pat.
If you're the Pacers, it was a one-point game at halftime, and you're just desperately trying to get this to a close game in the final couple of minutes and give yourself a chance. Well, there was a one-point lead for Indiana at halftime, and the Pacers here in the third quarter are shooting 50% from the field. The Thunder are shooting 52%. So you likely would have said, okay, you're continuing to hold serve if you see that. But as you have described throughout this third quarter, and for those who have been listening, the turnovers have been a major, major issue. Both teams are shooting within 2% of each other, but the Thunder have taken 9 more shots here in the third quarter. And the one area that you were hopeful would continue, but seemed less likely than likely, was the Thunder struggling from the three-point line, where they really, really struggled again in the first half here of game number 7. But they're 5 of 12 in the third quarter, 42%. The three ball and the turnover have allowed the Thunder to go up double digits.
And that turnover is really probably the single biggest factor here. The Pacers grimly trying to hang in there, and they've done that. They're down 11 late in the third quarter, but sooner or later they've got to start taking care of the ball and getting some better possessions anti-offensively.
Yeah, it's a frustrating piece of it. You have to be able to try to generate some looks. Looking a little bit like what we saw in Game 5.
Pull-up jumper, right of the lane. Gilgeous Alexander, no. Tip in, yes. Hartenstein, 81-68. They've outscored the Pacers by 14 here in this third quarter. This is the largest lead that either team has enjoyed. Down to 20 seconds to play in the quarter. 5 seconds separating game and shot clocks. On top, Nembhard driving on Gilgeous Alexander. Almost lost it. Picks it back up on the foul line. 5 seconds to shoot. Siakam has it. He's in trouble. Forces a desperation shot. It's blocked by Caruso. Oklahoma City may get a shot from backcourt. Dort lets it fly, and it slams off the backboard. Third quarter draws to a close with the score. The Oklahoma City Thunder 81. The Indiana Pacers 68. You're listening to Pacers Playoff Basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Hi, this is Archie Manning. After years of playing football, I've learned to listen to my body. These days, that includes listening for signs of heart problems like chest discomfort or feeling tired from doing simple activities. The expert team of heart specialists at Ascension St. Vincent has made it the st hospital for cardiac care in Indiana. So when you need care for your heart, contact the winning team at ascension.org/St. Vincent Heart.
Today we have 2 very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip? Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. When it comes to investing, GameBridge is doing the same. Their online platform does things differently by putting you in control, so you can invest on your own terms and grow your savings over time. It's a better way to invest, because it's investing your way. Get started today with as little as $1,000 at GameBridge.io. GameBridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
Be part of something bigger with a career at Nucor. When you join our organization, you become part of a team that makes an impact on people's lives, communities, and the environment. Join us to forge deep bonds with teammates, get the freedom to activate your ideas, and gain the stability to build a lifelong career. Learn more at nucor.com/careers. That's nucor.com/careers. Come be a part of something bigger at Nucor. Nucor is an equal opportunity employer.
Quarters through from Oklahoma City, game number 7. The Thunder with a dominant third quarter. They outscore the Pacers 34-20, and they lead it 81-68. Let's pause 10 seconds for network station identification. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network. Well, after After a playoff full of improbable and at times seemingly impossible moments and comebacks, almost all of them capped off by a Tyrese Haliburton shot, the Pacers have maybe their toughest task of all ahead of them here. Fourth quarter, Game 7, no Tyrese Haliburton. The Thunder lead at 81-68. As we send it back to Mark Boyle and Eddie Gills for the fourth.
Obviously then, the work ahead is daunting. But the Pacers have really shown the ability to thrive even in adverse circumstances. However, it's more difficult to do than it has been earlier in the playoffs, Eddie, because Tyrese Haliburton is not available.
Well, and also you look at the opponent where you're trying to do that against. This is a very different opponent, and where they thrive is the extra effort, and that's where they were able to get things done in that third quarter, coming up with a handful of offensive rebounds and forcing turnovers in the third.
Fourth quarter begins with Nembhard driving into traffic and missing. We'll set the lineups as we go. Offensive rebound, Mathurin. Out to Toppin, and he'll let a three go off the front of the rim. Mathurin after it again, so is Gilgeous Alexander, and it's off of Mathurin. Oklahoma City leading by 13. They'll bring it right to left. They play in the blue, white numerals, white letters. White, red, yellow, and black trim. The Pacers are in the blue numerals and letters. The yellow uniforms. There's some white trim in there. And the fourth quarter begins with Shai Gilgeous Alexander, Aaron Wiggins, Alex Caruso, Lou Dort, and Chet Holmgren on the floor for the home team. Gilgeous Alexander to Wiggins, perimeter left. The lead is 13. He spins into the lane, kicks it out to the right edge. And now Gilgeous Alexander one-on-one with Nesmith. A three off the bounce, and he's got 25 points. The lead swells to 16. Pacers start the fourth with Obi Toppin, Pascal Siakam, Aaron Nesmith, Andrew Nembhard, and Benedict Mathurin. From the foul line, Nesmith sends it to the left wing. Toppin has it there. In the corner, it's knocked out of the hands of Nesmith and out of bounds by Holmgren, who wants a challenge. Doesn't look like the Thunder bench is too interested. Shot clock is at 9.
Mark Dagnall is intently looking at this replay here.
And now he is going to challenge.
Yeah.
55 seconds have gone by here in the fourth quarter. One of the things I think the league needs to look at is put in some more stringent guidelines, not leaving it subject to the officials' interpretation, because some will let you play it in right away, others will let you hang out 8 to 10 seconds. There needs to be a more uniform, I think, protocol there.
Just a standard. Hey, we're going to take whatever it is, 5 seconds, 10 seconds to inbound the ball, and if you can figure it out in that time frame, then you can. But you're right. There is some inconsistency there in terms of the officials and whether they just hand it to the guy, let him inbound it, or do they hold?
Thunder by 16 on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
If you want a tire shop that doesn't feel like your ordinary tire shop, then you need to meet Tire Man. Bell Tire. Good point, Tire Man. Tire Man works at Bell Tire. He's part tire, part man, all heart. Bell Tire. Right, Tire Man. We repair flats for free at Bell Tire. And as Tire Man just said, we actually care about our customers. We're not your ordinary tire shop because we're changing tires. Bell Tire.
What if healthcare worked for everyone? What if your health was measured by more than your vital signs? What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI helped doctors to know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions. With our health plans and services, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
Breaking news coming in from Bet3 Ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. T&Cs apply.
Thanks for showing up, Indy. Nothing beats catching your Pacers IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you are catching the Pacers at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Pacers and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Pacers tickets today. There is no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Indy.
The challenge is successful. Oklahoma City will have the ball Up 16 early fourth as we go to Pat.
Well, one of the many challenges without having Tyrese Haliburton is the fact that he makes every other player on offense around him better. Perhaps only behind Nikola Jokic in that category in terms of passing and setting up his teammates. And when you look at the assist numbers, the Pacers have a paltry number there. And unfortunately, it's not too shocking considering they don't have Haliburton. Just 13 assists for Indiana. Consider the Pacers average 28 per game during the regular season and have been below that mark in the finals at 24 per game. But tonight, even well below that mark. The Pacers have not had Haliburton since he went down with that injury with 5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Oklahoma City with the ball and a sizable lead early fourth quarter. It'll be McConnell and Nembhard, Mathurin, Siakam, and Nesmith against Gilgeous Alexander, Wiggins, Holmgren, Caruso, and Dort. Into the forecourt, Gilgeous Alexander gives it up top. Caruso has it. Just under 11 minutes to play in the fourth quarter, game 7. Left wing, Gilgeous Alexander against Nembhard. They clear it out. He'll let it fly. Miss from 15. Rebound in the lane, Nesmith. Pacers down 16. Siakam on the handle. Forecourt right edge. Left hand against Holmgren. He'll take Holmgren into the lane and then feed it left side high. Mathurin there with 10 seconds to shoot. Driving, pitching, Siakam catch and shoot. That's a 3 up top. It's off the back of the rim. And there's a loose ball foul on the offensive rebound. Or did the ball hit the baseline?
Nesmith loose ball foul there on the rebound. That'll be his 4th.
So Oklahoma City will bring it from backcourt. 16 up with 10:27 to play. Caruso has the ball through the logo at center court. Gives to Gilgeous Alexander. 10:19 to play. Gilgeous Alexander driving to the right edge. McConnell cuts him off. Now Gilgeous Alexander with a left hand backs his way to the foul line. Right of the lane. Kicks it to the top. Good clean look. And that's a 3-ball short from Wiggins. Nesmith soars through the lane and takes down the rebound. 2 minutes gone. Fourth quarter. Pacers down by 16. Nesmith has it on top, holding it against Holmgren. Back to Mathurin, bounce into the post, and from behind, trying to break it up, Gilgeous Alexander fouled Siakam. His second.
Well, it's possessions like that. You come down in transition. Siakam has it in position. Mathurin elects to throw the ball to the top of the key. Siakam points back to the wing, saying he has an advantage, and then he's able to draw the foul there on SGA.
9:55 left. The inbound to McConnell. He's being harassed out near the timeline by Dort. He drives on Dort, and Dort fouled him. Boy, this guy's like a tornado.
Yeah, I mean, he is that you can't get away from. Goodness gracious.
Caruso is out. Jalen Williams is back in. He had a big third quarter with 9 points. And now with 9 minutes and 50 seconds to go, Wallace will return. He's got a pair of threes and 8 points. He'll replace Wiggins. 9 minutes, 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's 84-68 for Oklahoma City. McConnell has it way out near the timeline, giving it to Nesmith, left side Siakam. He'll drive it right at Holmgren. Now kick it to the perimeter for a catch and shoot 3. Nesmith with an air ball. It was deflected by Gilgeous Alexander. Put back inside, no. Holmgren with a rebound. And with 9:33 to go, here comes Oklahoma City trying to add to a 16-point lead. Gilgeous Alexander out near the timeline, now advancing to the top of the three-point arc. Shot clock to 10. Still holding the dribble. Left hand spinning into the lane, dotted half. Finds the open man down low, and that's an easy layup for Wallace. It's an 18-point Oklahoma City lead with 9:10 to play. McConnell with the ball, holding it up top. The Pacers have managed to score just 20 points here in about 14 minutes plus in the second half. Down low, up and under, left to right. Nesmith couldn't get it to go, and Oklahoma City has the ball again. 86-68, the crowd rising to its feet. That's not exactly accurate. They remain on their feet is more accurate. It's a deafening crowd here in Oklahoma City. 3-ball off target up top. Gilgeous Alexander. They get the offensive rebound. 8.5 minutes left. They try to add to an 18-point lead. Gilgeous Alexander, left edge, catch and shoot. Williams hits the 3. This one is getting away. Timeout, Indiana. Oklahoma City in the second half has outscored Indiana 42-20. Rick Carlisle is irate with the officials. Mike Weiner and Lloyd Pierce separate him from the authorities. And the Pacers have 8 minutes and 27 seconds to do something about this 21-point Oklahoma City lead on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Discover a career with upward mobility. Lift Academy provides an accelerated path to a rewarding career in commercial aviation. Through the Republic Airways Career Pathway Program, you'll have a defined pathway to Republic Airways. Learn firsthand from experienced instructors. Have state-of-the-art training technology at your fingertips and earn your commercial pilot certificate in as little as 18 months. Visit flywithlift.com today. Lift Academy. Get up here.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
what's it like to have a yard?
Can lead to an even bigger question like,
am I ready to buy a home?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you, prepared to talk about everything you need to know when applying for a mortgage, so you can try to turn those backyard dreams into reality. Paul?
Yes?
Question. Are you a hammock person?
You know, I think I might be.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. NMLS 399797, Equal Housing Lender.
Pacers Nation, game time is Zyber time. Introducing Zyber with X, a nationwide internet service provider born right here in Indy. Zyber is fast. We offer fiber or fixed wireless or both. As the official internet provider of the Pacers, Zyber delivers championship speeds with style, making your internet seamless and worry-free with speeds up to 10 gigabits per second. Zyber is your surprisingly likable internet service, Indy. Follow our pace at Zyber.com. That's Zyber.com.
Good communications is key to any winning team. When it comes to business communications, your customers and vendors need to communicate with you from a variety of devices. Gibson Teldata provides unified communication solutions to over 3,000 organizations, including the Indiana Pacers, Fever, and Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Unified Communications lets your team communicate using a variety of platforms from a single interface. Visit bgibson.com or call 317-298-2945. Gibson Teldata is a proud partner of the Indiana Pacers.
Looking good for the home team here in Oklahoma. The Thunder lead the Pacers 89-68. Indiana has scored 20 points in 15 minutes and 33 seconds here in the second half. Now, it would be easy to attribute all of that to the absence of Haliburton, Eddie, and certainly that's a factor, but what else are you seeing?
This looks like Game 5, right? Thunder is significantly more aggressive. They've been able to get it done on offensive rebounds, and they've been able to force their turnovers. Unlike Game 6, the Thunder are taking care of the basketball. In Game 6, the Pacers were able to turn them over and play with that force that's needed. Offensively, the Pacers going sideways once again. You're not going to get anything done on this team. And we referenced the ridiculous defensive presence that Lou Dort is. He's been able to guard everyone from Haliburton to start the game. He's had moments of Siakam, and now he's trying to neutralize, and quite successfully, here in this fourth, T.J. McConnell. He's guarding everybody on the floor, and oftentimes it seems like there's more than 5 blue jerseys on the floor.
18 turnovers. McConnell, who never had more than 6 in a game during the regular season, has committed 5 of those turnovers. He's got the ball now. The Pacers down 21 with 8 minutes and 22 seconds left. Left side, edge of the arc, catch and shoot. It's a 3 ball, but there was a whistle first. And an offensive foul gives the ball back to Oklahoma City. That's the 19th turnover.
He's open up with Miles Turner trying to set a pin-down screen on Neesmith to free him up for a shot. They hit him with an offensive foul.
8:19 left. Pacers pressure in backcourt. Almost succeeded in forcing the ball free, but Williams gets it into the forecourt. He's got it out near the timeline against Nembhard. Bouncing on the logo at center court. Moving to his right, still outside the arc. Center of the floor, Gilgeous Alexander. Dancing, driving, pulls up 18 feet out, lets it fly and missed it. It's rebounded by Dort after it hit the floor on the near side wing, and they'll get another look at it with under 8 minutes to play. 89-68. Gilgeous Alexander drives, cut off, pitches perimeter right, and Williams misses a 3. There's Holmgren. He got the rebound away from Turner, and Turner fouled him on the putback.
Well, Turner's not all the way right either on the initial possession. Looked like he had come down on someone's foot. He was hobbling around as Holmgren was carving out space for that offensive rebound.
And Miles Turner, who really had a good Eastern Conference playoff run, has had a lot of difficulty here in the finals.
Yeah, it's been a major struggle throughout this this series for sure, and he's going to be relieved of his duties here, at least in the interim, by Pascal Siakam. Again, I'm not sure what he goes. He's still on the bench, but he must have come down on someone's foot or something in that possession.
Mathurin will also return, and Toppin is out. Pat, do we off the top of our heads know what the Pacers' lowest point total in a game is this season?
In the regular season, 83, and in the playoffs, 94.
Well, they're all but certain to fall short of 94, I would think. Holmgren missed the second after making the first. It's 90-68 with 7 minutes and 38 seconds left. The Pacers have managed 20 points in 16 and a half minutes here in the second half. Siakam from the top of the circle scores over Holmgren. He's got 15 points, and he's the Pacers' leading scorer outside of McConnell, who has scored 16 off the bench. 90-70, 7 minutes and 21 seconds left. Out near the timeline, right of the logo. Gilgeous Alexander off the high screen from Wiggins. McConnell has him at the edge of the arc. He's unable to escape McConnell. Now he got to the foul line, fell down and threw it away. Mathurin tried to split defenders, and he was fouled. That's team foul number 3 as he moved across the timeline left of the logo and into the forecourt. Caruso picking up his second. McConnell was very tenacious on that possession.
Strong one-on-one defense there, guarding multiple bounces from the crafty Gilgeous Alexander, forcing the turnover.
Time starting to become a bit of a concern. It's a 20-point game with under 7 minutes to go. Siakam right of the lane, fakes twice, goes up, and he'll go to the line twice. He was down on that block. He had the size advantage, and Gilgeous Alexander picks up his third.
Well, previous possession, he gets it in a very good spot on the floor. That elbow free throw line area is tough to double team there. He's able to get the pull-up to go over Holmgren. This time he just backs down Gilgeous Alexander in that transition. Is able to get to the free throw line.
Siakam hits the first. When the Pacers win, bring a friend to Penn Station East Coast Subs. Just text BOGO 727-722 by 10 o'clock the morning after a Pacers win. You'll get a buy one, get one free coupon to use in store the next day. Visit Pacers.com/Penn Station for full details. Shepherd is in. McConnell is out. Siakam with 16 points, now 4 of 5 from the line. He made the first, and he'll take the second and miss that. But the offensive rebound to Mathurin, put back blocked by Holmgren. Rebound deflects to the perimeter, and from left of the arc, a three-point shot from Siakam that barely brushed the rim. And the ball is out of bounds, and a foul has been called on Mathurin. Team fouls now. Oklahoma City 4, Pacers 3. A 19-point lead for the home team. 6:48 to play. They'll play it in from the baseline. And they'll bring it the length. No, now they'll play it in from the sideline, and they'll bring it the length of the floor from there.
Yeah, you'll look to see the Pacers look to increase this pressure now, start to gamble a little bit defensively, which puts you at risk. But certainly in a position now where they're going to have to play some flawless, heroic-type basketball to get back into this game.
They're down by 19 with under 7 to play in the decisive 7th game of this NBA Championship Series. Gilgeous Alexander, right of the logo, penetrates with the left hand, pulls up from the foul line and misses. Rebounded by Shepherd. Pacers have the ball, down 19. 6.5 to play. Nembhard got into the lane, fed it out to Mathurin, who stumbles, leans in, throws it off the glass to himself, and he'll be on the line twice. He realized he was in trouble, and rather than put up a prayer, he threw it hard off the glass, tracked it down, and as he grabbed it, he was fouled.
And that one was teetering on the turnover. Nembhard almost lost the handle, but heady play by Mathurin, was able to get himself to the free throw line.
Oklahoma City hits the penalty with 6:19 to play. Mathurin will shoot through all 8 of his points coming in the first half. 90-71. First foul shot, 90-72. Hartenstein is in. Holmgren is out. Oklahoma City, I think, can start to feel what might be their first championship. They need another strong 2.5 minutes or so.
Yeah, they're definitely on the cusp, whether there's another couple minutes of solid play would all but nail it down for him here.
Mathurin buries 2. He's in double figures with 10. 90-73. Oklahoma City with the ball. Caruso brings it up against Mathurin. He's on the logo at center court. Bouncing it perimeter right. Hartenstein has it there. Giving it to Williams, who's being harassed by Nesmith. Knocking the ball away. It's picked up by Siakam. Here comes Mathurin down the left side of the lane. In traffic yard. A two-shot trip to the line. As he was fouled, he was bolting down that left side.
And the last 3 possessions, the Pacers have done a good job of getting to the free throw line. So this is one way to creep back into this game, is if you can get stops, immediate attack, draw fouls, put points on the board with the clock stops.
17-point lead for Oklahoma City. They have led by as many as 22. The Pacers' biggest lead early in the game was 5. Tyrese Haliburton went down with that game-ending injury. Foul shot good. And we don't speculate on injuries, but I think it's fair to say, Eddie, in the wake of whatever happens here, there's probably a real concern as to how long this injury is going to be a factor.
Yeah, certainly major concern. You know, the infamous no contact lower leg injury. We've seen it really an oddly amount of times throughout this season. We just hope for the best in his recovery.
Isaiah Jackson has missed most of the season. James Wiseman was waylaid with it. Mathurin made the foul shots, and then the Thunder get into the lane as the Pacers failed to force a turnover with backcourt pressure. Dort fouled at the front of the rim, and now down on his back in the lane. Free throws are coming.
Thunder's teammates are lobbying for a review, saying he was hitting the head. He's doing a good job of staying down on the floor and give the officials some time to think about it. But it looks like they are gonna review it. Take a look.
At least that's the indication made by Josh Tiven, who is not the lead official. James Capers Jr. is, and he is coming over.
The previous play is under review. He doesn't meet the criteria for a flagrant act.
90-75. Well, we have a moment here. With 5:50 to go. The game is not over. That's not what I'm suggesting, but I think we should make sure that we recognize this team and what it's done, whether it comes from behind tonight, Eddie, or not, because it is inevitable that there will be people who are here tonight who will not be here next year. That's just the way professional basketball works. So this will be the last night this group is together in its entirety. You hear James Capers say that it's not a flagrant. 2 foul shots are coming. This team has maxed out with what it has, and although if Oklahoma City hangs on to win, let's make this clear, they are certainly a more than worthy champion. That's not what I'm saying, but it would have been nice to see what the Pacers could have done healthy tonight.
I mean, if in fact it ends the way it looks, I mean, what an anticlimactic moment when you're not able to finish with your full complement of players on your team, and the engine to your offense is sidelined in Tyrese Haliburton. Just very frustrating and disheartening moment.
5 minutes and 50 seconds left. They're up by 15 with 2 foul shots coming from Dort. A 72%er during the regular season. Has not been in this game until now, and he hits the first. They're up by 16 with 5:50 to play. Second one, excuse me. Good. No good. Both bounced off the rim. Mathurin has it, drives to the goal, runs into a crowd, and got to the rim. His shot was blocked, but he's down on the floor, having been fouled. He'll be on the line twice. It was Gilgeous Alexander who got him.
And now the Pacers are lobbying for a review here.
Check that. It was Dort that got him. He landed on his tailbone, and he's still down. He just now rolled over onto his back. He'll be helped to his feet.
I don't think there's much to review there, although the Pacers are lobbying for it. It's body contact. Mathurin gets himself caught midair. Rough fall, but he's able to attempt these free throws here.
He is 4 of 4 from the line, all here in the third quarter. I'm sorry, the fourth quarter. 91-75, Oklahoma City by 16. Foul shot stays down. He's got 13 points. Gilgeous Alexander is back in.
He rested for all of a possession. And Mark Dagnall calls him back to the scores table.
91-76, 5 minutes and 43 seconds remaining. One more for Mathurin. And he continues his perfect night at the line. He is 6 of 6. 14-point Oklahoma City lead with 5:41 to go. The Pacers have cut into it. It was 22, but the clock becoming an increasing concern as Jalen Williams comes across the timeline, giving up the dribble near the timeline, sending it right side to Dort, and then taking it back. Shot clock is down to 6. Williams driving right side, stumbles, regains his balance as he hits the baseline. Difficult fade is off the back of the rim. Another offensive rebound for Dort. 5:16 to play. Oklahoma City has another look at it with 8 seconds to shoot. On the move, pulling up, left of the arc, misfire on a 3-ball. That was Gilgeous Alexander. Mathurin feeds it ahead. Pacers down 14, 5 minutes to go. Left edge Mathurin. Near the edge of the arc against Caruso. Up top Nembhard. Confronted by Hartenstein. Gets it left edge to Mathurin. Strong drive in the lane, and he put it off the left-hand glass. Pacers have cut it from 22 to 12. And now Oklahoma City takes a timeout, leading 91-79. Every time the Pacers connect on a foul shot, Citizens Energy Group and the Pacers team up to donate $5 to the Warm Heart, Warm Home Foundation, which provides utility bill assistance for thousands of Hoosiers each year. To learn more or to donate, visit citizensenergygroup.com/WHWH. It's a 12-point game. Oklahoma City will have the ball. Circumstances still very much in their favor, but as we've seen so many times, Eddie, during this season in general and in this playoff run in particular, the Pacers threatening to make it interesting as we head down the stretch. They're down by a dozen. That is a manageable deficit with 4:45 to play.
Listen, a couple minutes ago, we talked about the potential of the Thunder being able to all but nail this down. They're doing the exact opposite of that. The Pacers have been able to walk them down to some degree. They've been able to put points on the board at the free throw line while the clock is stopped. Very much in striking distance when you think about the way this Pacers team has played. Now, granted, again, no Haliburton. He's been a major piece to them being able to come out with some of these miraculous wins with his shot making. Having said that, they have a collective unit. They've been able to lean on their depth throughout the season, and here we are again, giving themselves an opportunity to stay within striking distance.
They've got the ball. They'll bring it the length of the court. 4:45 left. It's a 12-point lead for Oklahoma City. Inbound in backcourt, Jalen Williams trapped against the baseline, but he fed it ahead, and they get it across the timeline with Gilgeous Alexander. Driving on Nembhard, pull up right of the lane, off the front of the rim, but he was fouled, and he'll go to the line twice with 4 minutes and 34 seconds left to play. Gilgeous Alexander, as usual, excellent at the line, will go twice here. In this game, he's 7 of 8. And now both teams in the penalty the rest of the way.
What a tough break here. It looks like Rick was going to try to review that. But too late. Shai Gilgeous Alexander had the ball in his hands.
Carlisle is on the verge of getting a technical, it seems.
Yeah, the officials weren't looking at him to see if they wanted the review. It didn't look like.
And he made the foul shots. It's 93-79, 4.5 minutes left. McConnell strong down the left side, but it's blocked by Holmgren. He's got the loose ball, trapped against the baseline. And with 4 minutes and 23 seconds left, knocked out of bounds. Oklahoma City will bring it from backcourt.
Well, you might check the number. I think that's at least 5 blocks for Holmgren. He's been tested a few times throughout this game in one-on-one situations, and he's turning them away each time.
He takes the inbound here out near the timeline, and Gives it up to Williams, who brings it across all the way to the goal, and he's denied at the side of the rim. Neesmith was there, so was Siakam on the break the other way. Mathurin laid it up too hard, but he was fouled, and he'll shoot 2. He was pushed by Gilgeous Alexander, who now has 5. Oklahoma City, remember, does have a challenge. They challenged earlier, and they were successful. Looks like they're going to hold their thoughts on it here, though. Well, are they? Dagnall goes. He's going to call a timeout. They're going to challenge it. With 4 minutes and 11 seconds to go, it's 93-79. Tickets for the Indiana Fever now on sale. Carlisle all the way out to the center jump circle. He's not happy with James Capers. Now he retreats over near his own coaching staff.
The ruling of a defensive foul on the play.
With 4 minutes and 11 seconds to go, and that gives us a chance to remind you that tickets for the Indiana Fever are on sale now. The Fever have opened their season. They've already played plenty of exciting basketball. Tickets can be yours. All you have to do is go to feverbasketball.com to get your seats today. It's 93-79 Oklahoma City as we check in with Pat.
Well, this isn't to suggest it would by any means be a game differentiator, but Rick Carlisle has a pretty good gripe there. I was watching him on the previous free throw, and he was asking for the challenge before the ball was ever bounced to Shai Gilgeous Alexander. However, it was Sean Wright was chatting with Jalen Williams around the free throw line, and he was the only ref within audible distance of Rick Carlisle. The other two weren't looking his direction. Whether that was Jalen Williams being savvy or not, it's hard to know, but it seemed like he was engrossed in a different conversation.
Following the gather, the arm-to-arm contact by the defender is correctly deemed a defensive foul. It is an unsuccessful challenge. 2 free throws from Mathurin.
And as you heard here, that call will stay, but Carlisle then frustrated that Dagnall was given a moment to challenge as Josh Tibbin was holding the ball there after the called foul.
I suspect that although superficially that might be correct, Pat and Eddie, what Carlisle is really frustrated and angry about is that he's not been able to have his full roster in a championship game, and it's been very frustrating.
Man, I mean, you get to this moment here, especially the way the Pacers played in Game 6, off to a very nice start in this particular game here, and to see Haliburton go out, certainly frustration there, but Pacers have an opportunity to make this a little more interesting. A lot of work to do, but opportunity is there.
Foul shot good. Mathurin has been a machine from the line in this game, in specific this quarter. He has been to the line 7 times and made them all, hitting the first here. He can cut it down to 12 again. But the clock becoming increasingly important with 4 minutes and 11 seconds remaining.
And Mathurin has put together some big fourth quarters before in his career. None bigger than this one right now, keeping the Pacers in the game.
10 of his 18 here in the fourth. Full court pressure off the made foul shots, and Oklahoma City forced to call a timeout. Caruso cannot get it in. Their last. They're up by 12 with 4 minutes and 11 seconds to play. Well, we've seen this before, and by this, I mean a team that appears to be dead in the water, continuing to fight, continuing to play in a determined manner, continuing to play aggressively and give maximum effort. Now, whether that pays off or not remains to be seen, but this is just the way this team plays, and that's one of the reasons, I think, that they become so endearing to fans.
Yeah, that's what you love about this team. You know, they're clearly a team that are so locked in on the process and what it takes to be successful during the course of a season, during the course of a game, during the course of a possession, right? And that's why they've been able to get back into some of these games and pull off some of these miraculous wins, is because they stay locked in to the moment, getting from one place to the next.
Out of the timeout, it'll be T.J. McConnell, Andrew Nembhard, Aaron Neesmith, Pascal Siakam, and Benedict Mathurin. Pacers in yellow, Thunder in blue, Shai Gilgeous Alexander, Alex Caruso, Chet Holmgren, Luguentz Dort, and Jalen Williams. 4:11 to play. The ball will be played in from the backcourt baseline. As Eddie mentioned, Oklahoma City now without any timeout. And there's still 4 minutes and 11 seconds left to play. Caruso this time gets it in on a bounce pass in backcourt to Gilgeous Alexander. He'll take it up against Nembhard. They're in front by 12. 4 minutes and 5 seconds to play. Driving right hand, Gilgeous Alexander, right edge of the arc. Nembhard cuts him off. Now he moves to the center of the floor where McConnell challenges. Down to 7 to shoot. A step back 3 from dead on, and it's rebounded by Mathurin. A 12-point game with 3:48 to go. McConnell across the timeline, left side. On the logo at center court. Nembhard up to screen. McConnell drives with it across the lane, left to right. He's in traffic. He's in trouble. Ball knocked out of his hands. It's loose on the floor. And we will get, I think, a jump ball. If the Pacers win the tip, they would have 7 seconds to get a shot. It'll take place at the foul line in the Indiana forecourt. Turnovers have been a big, big problem for the Pacers tonight. If they don't win this tip, it'll be their 20th turnover of the game. That'll be the third time in 7 games that they've turned it over at least 20 times.
I'm talking to myself at this point, but Pascal Siakam again turned it into a guy spotted up in the corner in these critical moments.
Mathurin at a disadvantage going up against the 7-1 Holmgren. 3 minutes and 33 seconds left to play. And the tap is controlled easily by Oklahoma City. 3.5 left. They're in front by 12. Gilgeous Alexander challenged by Neesmith as he comes across. Really being challenged now as he's on the logo at center court. Gilgeous Alexander picked up by McConnell with 10 to shoot. He's still out by the timeline. Left hand dribble all over him. McConnell 5 to shoot, 4 to shoot. He leans in from the foul line. Misfire. McConnell has the ball. 3:07 left, and he turned it over again. That's his 6th turnover of the game. The ball was knocked away from behind. Dort once again doing major damage. 2:59 to play. It's a 12-point lead for the Thunder. Dort has it, bluffs the 3 right edge, kicks to Caruso left edge. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. A long 3 right edge. Off target, loose ball foul. Williams missed the 3. Holmgren grabbed the rebound and was fouled by Neesmith.
But Holmgren just carving out space. Too much size there over Neesmith. Neesmith has to commit the foul before Holmgren can catch it and put it back in. And now the Thunder definitely start to smell the finish line.
Holmgren shoots 2. They're up by 12, only 2:47 remaining. Coming into this game, in this championship series, he was 18 of 19 from the line, but he misses this one. And in this game, he is now 2 of 5. Door is still slightly ajar, but it's getting closer and closer to being slammed. 93-81. One more foul shot for Holmgren. And this one is short, but he got a bounce off the front of the rim. They lead by 13. 2 minutes and 46 seconds remaining. Nembhard on the drive down the right side. He's at the goal. He fakes once, he fakes twice. Flips it to the far corner. Siakam drives it out of the corner. Cut off on the wing with 10 to shoot. Back out to Nembhard, who drains a long 3 from out near the left hash mark. The lead is down to 10. Long pass at the other end. Got it to Holmgren, and he took it in and dunked it.
He just leaked out after he challenged that shot on Nembhard and no one was there.
At the other end, Mathurin drives in right side and converts. Pacers can't be trading field goals here, though, with 2:12 to go. The lead was 22. It's down to 10. But the Thunder still need to close out. Inbound in backcourt, double team Jalen Williams. He got away and fed it to Gilgeous Alexander, who moves it into the forecourt. Oklahoma City now, perhaps less than 2 minutes away from their first NBA championship since relocating from Seattle, and now out near the timeline. Neesmith has fouled out as he came out to challenge Gilgeous Alexander off balance, and the two collide. He is fouled out for the 3rd time in this series.
Well, I mentioned it earlier, the thing that makes him so great, his tenacity and aggressiveness that you love, is just knowing when to apply it, when to back it off. Right there, he and Nembhard have Shai Gilgeous Alexander in a very bad way by half court, almost forcing the turnover there, and he just loses control there, gets off his feet and commits the foul.
Made the foul shot. He is closing in on another 30-point game. He'll have it if he makes the second foul shot, and if he does get it, that would be the 16th time in their 23 playoff games that he's gone for 30 or more.
You go through the regular season as he converts that one. It's almost, you could count 30 on a nightly basis from him.
He did that 49 times during the regular season. He's done it tonight as he makes the second foul shot. Their lead is back up to 12, and now a foul out at the edge of the arc, allowing the Pacers to score without any time elapsing. Caruso picks up his third.
Yeah, Caruso, that's a bad foul in its own right. Similar to what Neesmith just did there. Maybe even worse, your team's up 12 points. All you got to do is be solid here with this 141 remaining.
And we agree, as Nembhard misses the foul shot. But our Indiana Soybean Alliance versatile player of the game off of the bench tonight with 20 points and 12 rebounds is Benedict Mathurin. Any dissent? Pat?
No dissent here.
No, I would agree with that as well. He kept the Pacers in this game, especially here in this fourth quarter.
Nembhard missed the first, made the second. Indiana Soybean Alliance wants to remind fans that soybeans are the versatile crop of Indiana, providing Hoosiers with food, fuel, and fiber every day. 98-87. Just over a minute and a half to play. Oklahoma City has the ball and the lead. Gilgeous Alexander, center of the floor. Williams driving, left hand, and he's bumped as he works his way to the hoop by Mathurin. Both teams, remember, are in the penalty. So Oklahoma City up 11 with 86 seconds to go. We'll go to the line. Let's talk about the Kroger performance of the game. I would suggest that in addition, if we agree that he's the Kroger performer of the game, Shai Gilgeous Alexander will also, I think, be named the Finals MVP. Would you think so?
I would agree for sure.
Pat?
I would agree.
Well, you guys are no fun. No dissent, no bantering.
Let me say this. Shai Gilgeous Alexander going 8 for 27 was the type of night that could have been a winnable effort for the Pacers had Haliburton been healthy. That is not to denigrate anything he's done. He is 11 of 12 from the line. There's a lot of things you're looking at here and play in the what-if game in terms of the Thunder offensively.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is they've done what's necessary to win. Assuming they can hold a 12-point lead with 86 seconds left.
Yeah, no, I would agree. That is the type of outing you would like to force from Shai Gilgeous Alexander from the field.
He made the foul shots. It's a 13-point game with 82 seconds left. Nembhard has it. Right edge of the arc, moving to the center of the floor. As usual, Dort provides resistance. This time knocking the ball away. They've got it with a minute 10 to go. That's how far they are away from an NBA championship. Meanwhile, Mathurin pressuring Caruso, who got rid of the ball. And finally out near the timeline, Siakam fouls Williams with a minute 4 to go. And they'll go to the line with an insurmountable lead and their first NBA championship well in hand. Such an unfortunate finish. Not the loss necessarily, because this is a really good team, and the Pacers have been underdogs throughout. A loss would obviously be disappointing regardless, but the fact that you had to compete in the most important game in the history of your franchise without your marquee player for most of the night is really upsetting and frustrating, not to mention, nor to diminish, the injury itself and its impact on Haliburton and the Pacers.
It's very disappointing, disheartening, saddening, heartbreaking, all of those things. That you get to this point in the season where many thought it wasn't possible. You get here with a real opportunity to get it done, and you don't have Haliburton in the lineup.
One of two Williams at the other end. Mathurin missed a three, and as he tracked down his own rebound and picked it up, he stepped on the sideline with 55 and 4/10 seconds to go. The crowd has begun its celebration here in Oklahoma City. Under a minute to go, they lead by 14. Pacers will not go quietly. Obviously, they're not going to win the game, but they continue to compete at a frenetic level, hoping to at least force a turnover here. Caruso has it, sends it outside. Shot clock down to 8. Gilgeous Alexander on the left wing. Shot clock down to 5. Far corner, open look. Dort for 3, but it's an air ball. Meanwhile, a loose ball foul as Holmgren is pushed out of bounds with 32 and 4/10 seconds to go. They'll be on the line leading by 14.
Toppin in a bad position there. He just pushes Holmgren out of bounds, but Mark Daigneault will give his reserves an opportunity to appear in a Game 7.
And at the same time, get his leading men off to an ovation. And a shot. One more coming.
It will Carlisle will reciprocate and get Siakam and Nembhard out the game. And Nembhard and Shai Gilgeous Alexander will exchange some pleasantries before leaving the floor. And Johnny Furphy will get an opportunity.
Foul shot makes it 102-87. We'll spot these changes as we go for Indiana. Furphy and Shepard, Mathurin, Toppin, and Bryant. Holmgren knocks down a pair of foul shots. They've got Holmgren, Kenrich Williams, Dylan Jones is in the game. Driving into the lane, Mathurin, who has been determined all night long, works his way into the lane and scores again. 103-89, and now a turnover on the inbound. Shepard to Mathurin, and he lays it up left of the hoop, and he'll go to the line twice. I know it doesn't matter necessarily because there are no style points or moral victories, but it's just inspiring the way these guys compete.
They just don't quit. They just play till there's zeros on the clock. And this is what got them here. You think about the big-time comebacks that they've had, not only just in the playoffs. You saw it starting in March and April, some of those games they were able to come back and get into and win. And it led into what this playoff run has really turned into.
Mathurin hits the foul shot, 103-90 with 19.5 to go. Shot clock is dark. Pacers led at the half, but quickly gave up that lead early in the third and have not come close to getting it back as Mathurin hits the foul shots. 19.5 seconds left. The Thunder will get it to the forecourt, dribble out the rest of the clock, and then start celebrating their first NBA championship since moving from Seattle to Oklahoma City several years ago. The clock is down to 5. Time will run out. And the final score in Game 7 is the Oklahoma City Thunder 103, the Indiana Pacers 91. Complete post-game coverage from Oklahoma City next. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Disney's Descendants Zombies Worlds Collide Tour, live in concert. Friday, August 8th at Cambridge Fieldhouse. A one-of-a-kind live concert experience starring Kylie Cantrell, Freya Sky, Malia Baker, Malachi Barton.
What if I open my soul? Here I stand by myself on my own. What if I lose all control and take a step out into the unknown? Oh, oh, oh. What do I know? What's going on now? Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I let go? I do really want to know what's going on now. Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I say so? We're just putting on a show. Oh, oh, oh. What do I know? I need to open my eyes and get a touch of that reality. Don't want another surprise.